TBD.
I even beat the streamer.
You didn't beat me. I was first.
No. In the chat.
Yeah. No. I'll show you, motherfucker.
Photo evidence.
Yeah. 1 sec.
It shows Dragon first to me.
Go ahead, post it. I dare you.
I don't need to post it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For real.
Anyway,
I'll post mine. You go, Snoogie.
Yep. Now that the children are done fighting,
Children.
the this is gonna
wait
be.
a minute. Whoa! Back up.
What?
We're gonna talk
Okay.
about children.
No, let's talk about it.
This dude. Oh, 30 is old. 30 is so old.
Oh yeah. 30 is ancient.
Fucker.
Foot in the grave.
I feel it. My body's hurting already.
My heart just fluttered at 35. Yeah. 30.
Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to sidetrack us there.
This is gonna be an interesting recap because it's been over a month. The last session you all had began with I believe this was the actual fight itself, where you all ran into a couple of people along the road, one of which was trying to flee from, or three of which were trying to flee from some unseen assailant. Having run into them, they very much did not trust you. And in true heroic fashion, the first thing that was done was to intimidate them and scare them. And so, with them thoroughly intimidated, the fight quickly shifted from focusing energy on them to the fact that there are some sort of lycanthropes surrounding you all. Having taken care of them and getting rid of the assailants, you had a conversation with them where they basically explained that, we're traveling and there were these words of lycanthropes along the road, some sort of group of them nearby, and that they were attempting to escape and to flee. After that conversation, you let them go on their way, and you all decided to bed down for the night. As a part of this long rest, a conversation was had where you talked with and expressed a interest in your fire elemental companion Calcifer, who had accidentally established that California was canon.
Forgot about that.
As well as talking with the Sparkling, who ended up revealing that, oh, well, now that I know that I'm supposed to ask permission before doing things and looking into people, I have to apologize because I have already done that to all of you, and sort of mentally informed you all that it had made some discoveries that apparently, according to decorum, it was required to share with you should you want to know. You were all sort of mentally informed of this revelation, and that is where we pick up with potentially six different ideas, 6 different secrets to be shared, all based off of your personal goals and desires. I believe the 2 people immediately in the room were Cassandra and Kenji, but as the others, do you all gather and collect, or do you want to stay out of this?
No, I'll go.
I'll go.
I think Yotep is also going. He's dropping what he's doing. He's a little upset about
I think
some of the things that are going on.
Yotep came in and said something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He did.
See? I told Yotep, I don't know. See?
Aiden?
Precise.
Okay.
Alright. With that, all of you gather in this main hall. the 6 of you plus the sparkling plus Calcifer.
I forgot this is where we ended.
Oh, I've been thinking about this for the last month. The sparkling sort of in general announces to you all that I've been informed that it is not kind to look into people's personal affairs without their permission. I must sincerely apologize for this, but I've been informed that the correct thing to do at this juncture would be to announce that I do have information. And if you want that information, to provide it, and if you don't want the permission, bury it down deep. So
I'm
I
just
suppose.
gonna sigh and drink my tea and be like, "That's not alright."
Who told
I
this to you?
suppose. It's interesting because he doesn't say anything, but you do just sort of feel the energy in the room shift towards Cassandra, though he does not say a word. This is effectively the psychic version of like slowly, silently turning his head towards Cassandra.
Jesus.
That tracks.
How did you
I
get
love
this
it.
information?
And
How did you come
did
by
you
it?
tell her incredibly personal information about us?
No. I don't think so. Not yet. She didn't ask. I don't know. Sort of focusing on it, elects to avoid this line of questioning and directs his attention to you, Varnax. He goes, through a series of research and also arcane means, I've been reaching out and attempting to discover anything that I can about the things that you're currently dealing with to see if I could be of any or even just some use to you all. I didn't mean anything by it. I thought I was just being helpful.
Well, I'm an open book. Eat,
Well,
kill, drink coffee.
Would you like to know what I found out about you then?
Sure.
You'll
Cass
die.
is just gonna like more tea.
Do bear in mind, this is not information about you specifically, but rather your individual goals and things that are following you.
Easy. Kill them all. Make Tiamat reign supreme.
Well, I suppose if that's the case, you might be quite pleased with what I've learned. We are currently chasing down a white dragonborn, the leader of some group in Shady Creek Run. I've come across the identity of one of the other dragonborn.
Oh, which color?
Blue.
The blue dragonborn.
Though you will be likely disappointed to hear that he isn't here, on this continent, that is. He's over in Taldore.
He's not here yet.
He is the head of a monastery in the Stormcrest Mountains in Taldore. I've attempted to discover the other two, but I've had issues. One of
Head
them
a
seems
monastery.
One of them seems to be heavily shrouded in some sort of arcane ability that I've been yet to pierce through. The other one doesn't seem to be here, as in on this plane. That one I have yet to discover at all.
Out of character question. The vision thing that Dad had with all of the 5 things where we learned that the red one was in hell, because that's the one I remembered the most. Was that a thing that only Dad saw and then relayed to us?
I believe so.
I don't know. Did I? I can't remember if I.
I don't know if you shared that with
I don't know.
us. I know you said that you were looking for 5 others, or
Did
however
you
many
put it
others.
in the notes? Because you would have put it in the notes if Dad.
I don't think I gave details.
No.
I think I just said this is what I've been tasked to do.
Because I haven't looked.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would not have shared that whole vision.
I couldn't remember because I know out of character. I know that.
Right. Right.
And I didn't want to talk if I
No.
asked Cass. I
So
couldn't
let's go
remember
back.
in a minute.
Let's go back to the one that you do know in Taldore, head of a monastery. How many monks or followers does he have? Roughly.
Looks to be about a dozen, a little more, perhaps. Though that depends on if you count able-bodied and capable ones, or the trainees as well.
All of them.
All of them, about 20 in total.
Okay. Do you have a name?
I do not.
Do you have an exact location?
I have a region. It's a small mountain range. The Stormcrest Mountains are in the center of Taldore, slightly southern central, right near the Frostwell.
Sorry, taking notes. Any identifying marks or features of said dragonborn?
I've discovered that he is, in fact, the head of this monastery. He will likely have the most adornments on him. As far as his appearance, I unfortunately only know that he is a blue dragonborn, though his monastery does not contain solely dragonborn, nor are they all. The other, I believe he may be the only blue there.
Okay.
I've made mental notes, obviously.
As just a question, how far does your link, site, whatever you want to call it, communicate with anyone else?
If I have previously established a connection, then yes. But if I haven't, then it's a little bit more challenging. I can reach, sort of feel that same energy shift that you felt when it sort of low-key outed Cassandra, shift towards Kenji, and just says, very far.
I'm going to. I'll just raise an eyebrow. I'm gonna pull my dagger out. The dagger of some whatever the one I can use.
Yeah.
All right, this has a spell on it.
Mhm.
Go ahead and take a look at it. The person
Sort
that I
of.
can contact on this is who I want you to be able to get in touch with.
Okay. Takes a second. You feel like the dagger itself almost as it's resonating with that psychic link, and as it pulls away, you can just hear a response going, okay, I can do this.
All right.
Here's what I'm doing, DM. I'm circumventing having to use the dagger, just to use him.
Sure.
All right. Because I feel like he's a little more powerful than just a one-way communication spell here. So I put the dagger back.
Here's what I'd like for you to do. Can you contact him now?
What would you like to say to Carthel?
I want to give him all of this information.
Mhm.
Tell him to send someone to go ahead and scout and to spy, whatever you want to call it, to keep an eye on him. And the moment he leaves Taldore, or if he never leaves, that's fine too. I will be there. I want his exact location. I want his movements, and have him work out the details, and I will send money.
You'll be there no matter what, is what you're saying.
Either the blue dragonborn is going to come here, or I'm going there. When our adventures.
There's just a moment of silence, and the sparkling comes back and goes, information has been relayed. Carthel is working already.
Thank you. Oh, ask him how our other shop is doing.
Pauses again. 3 new members, though one of which he suspects is not an ally. Potentially a spy for one of the other 4.
Time to kill him.
Done.
Thank you.
Wait,
Okay, hold on. Wait a second.
Just a quick question, Sparkle. Did you kill the one that he suspected, or did you send information to Carthel to kill the
I was asked to tell Carthel to kill him,
Oh,
and that is what I did.
Okay.
That makes you an accomplice to murder, just as an FYI.
No, it does not. It is not murder. You need to keep your ethics the fuck out of my business. Because I have none.
You don't have to have ethics.
That's
You
like
don't need to tell him.
Can't read.
Okay.
He's just a
well,
messenger, and no, it is not being an accomplice to murder.
Wait. This brings up a good question. Sparkling, could you kill someone?
I don't know. I haven't tried.
Let's not try, please.
we could do
But you
something
inadvertently killed someone, did you not? Kenji, did you? Actually, I forget if actually we know this information. Did Kenji relay that one of the Pumat souls died to us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Didn't you inadvertently like?
He did in fact melt.
I was gonna say I
That
probably don't know
is
that.
that is an interesting ethical problem that you've brought up. Technically, I did not kill him. He tried to learn about me, and it hurt him to learn. I didn't do anything to him. It was solely that he could not handle it. Then again, it also brings up the moral question of, are simulacrum alive? Many scholars argue no, but those same scholars are also likely ones that send their familiars out to go do random things like touch that thing that's clearly trapped or cursed.
Well, we understand you're not a familiar.
I mean, we could argue that he euthanized himself. So
That is an interesting...
So what you're saying is, you didn't stab him, but he ran into your knife.
No, it would be more like I didn't stab him. He instead ran into my moat of lava that was just sitting there. I'm not holding a weapon out. There is simply something that he should have seen coming and walked into anyways.
fucking Sparkling's out here kamehamehaing all of his information,
So-
and the guy just walked into the
All right,
beam.
Sparkling.
Wait.
So the individual that we were just talking about, the spy,
Yes.
instead of Carthel knowing it, could you take care of it?
I can try.
Have
Incredible.
Carthel pause and see if you can.
While he pauses,
And if you can't, tell Carthel to continue. But let's just, as an experiment, let's see.
while he pauses and tries to do that, can we pause IRL before we do anything? Because I need to run to the restroom, and
Go
I
ahead.
don't notice this.
Okay.
So, this is important stuff.
Oh no. Not the private dice roll.
And we'll learn what that is about in like 2 minutes.
By the way,
Mhm.
just so you all know, I bought a new mouse. Okay.
You
And I went to Razer and I got suckered in on a brand new Naga wireless, but it came with a bundle that has a charger that you just set. It's a magnetic charger. I'll send a picture. It just sits on my desk and charges. It's one of the nicest mouse, and I thought having a wireless gaming mouse was going to be a problem. No.
Is it like one of the wireless phone charger things?
Yeah, but I had to put a puck, like the charger base came with the
Mhm.
puck that integrated into the mouse to charge it.
That's kind of smart. That's a good
Well,
integration for a mouse.
except you couldn't get it as one unit.
Mm.
You had to buy them separate. But they're just like Razer, so they're chroma and everything.
Mhm.
It's actually, the picture I took is bad because the lights are off. But it's sitting on a little dock. Here's another.
I think I'm still too old-fashioned because I don't trust going wireless for like competitive type gaming.
I didn't either, but so I'm not competitive about it, but playing SWTOR, and even if I were playing WoW, I think it would be 100% fine. Because I'm playing on an EU server, and my ping is like 100 and something, even on the EU server, which they're all like, "Holy cow, you're in the States," and I'm like, "Yeah, I got really
Your
good
ping is
internet."
better than mine.
Some of the people, yeah, it was crazy, but I don't know.
I couldn't live
So-
like that.
Yeah, I put the
100+.
pictures in HC chat, but it's basically a Naga that is wireless, and it's like the DPI on it. If I turn it up, it goes too fast. Like my fucking mouse would be all over 5 monitors, and I can't find it. It's I think I've got it set at like 1400 for whatever Razer's 1400 DPI is.
I'm so
That's
sorry.
just a normal, you know,
Welcome
movement
back.
speed.
We're good now. I'm talking.
Okay, sorry. We were talking about my new mouse. So
No, it's okay. I'm sorry that I had to pause.
filled time.
Okay.
The sparkling goes quiet, and for the first time in a long time, you see almost a shift in the form of the sparkling as well, like a darkening of the shade in its coloration, as there's just a quick flash that goes across something deep rolling within, and as it comes back, it says, "I wasn't able to connect with this individual due to a lack of knowing which one he was referring to. I suppose I could try with all three, but that
No,
would be
no.
losing."
No.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's try this as an experiment.
Okay.
What about the blue dragon? You know who he is, where he is. Very distinct.
Mm,
Well, before you do that, just
mhm.
Varnex, is your goddess gonna be upset that you didn't do the deed?
No. Dad is dead.
Okay.
I'm facilitating this.
Yeah, but you're
So
not.
you don't want to go to Taldore? Is what you're telling Yotev?
That's a long
It could be a
trip.
fun. It could be a fun adventure. Think of all the fun, the joy you could bring to people's lives.
Let's just see what happens. He may not be able to do it. Are you a he? It. Sparkling.
He just rolled an at 20.
Zimzer is the neo pronouns.
No, let's not.
Anything.
I don't want to offend you.
I'm not offended by any. I am
Okay,
not sure if I'm being honest.
that's fine.
Sort of slowly psychically examines itself.
Oh my goodness.
Wild.
It's starting to have an introspective moment in the time that it's being asked to assassinate someone halfway across the world. Thing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is giving me heavy The Boys vibes.
I'm still on the boat that we should not try to just randomly kill people.
This is not random.
I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Again, you can fuck off.
We see? We
I
couldn't
think-
trust her to begin with. This is how we got here in the first place.
Oh no, I'm curious. I want to see what happens here.
I think that this is wrong.
This is for science,
Precise, I told you we shouldn't.
It is for science.
and I'm not a science guy.
That's
Now you are.
Basically,
Welcome
Sparkling, if
to
you
the
can't,
world.
it's okay. I understand, but we're just testing your abilities because obviously
Please.
your presence can go long and far, and you have powers that we don't understand yet. We've never delved into. You can see stuff about us that no one else can, that is of this world. We understand you are
This is-
not of this world.
This is not how I thought the session would go. However, it responds back after a moment. You see that same coloration, this time even darker, and another flash, almost like inside of it is a rolling storm. As it comes back, it responds with, several arteries within the brain stem have been severed, causing a hemorrhagic stroke within the victim. I'm unsure if they will survive, though it does not look
Jesus.
good.
You're outstanding. All right, new message to Carthel. Tell him to get somebody over there right away to take over the monastery and get those 20 individuals onto our side of Tiamat and put my sigil on it.
Right away. Sort of, it's like a pause before it goes silent for the purposes of sending, and then goes down and does that.
With some dial-up tones, you know.
Just
All right. So you can't kill, but you can use your power to inflict psychic wounds. I'm trying to dumb this down for, fighter types. Psychic wounds in a person's mind. Is that in essence what you did?
I was able to attack this entity, this person, though I don't know if it was a lethal attack. At the very least, he will be out of commission for quite some time.
Greatly diminished when I go to kill him, if he's not dead.
Do I get any sense from Tiamat of anything?
Make a religion check.
Do I get advantage on this or anything?
Why not?
Let me. It's just a
this
straight
sounds
+5, right?
problematic.
I want to make sure I get the.
I don't like that. Why not?
I got a 17.
Okay. You sort of close your eyes, and there is a moment of like this weird. It's an intense dichotomy, as one. Tiamat is not just.
Yeah.
Of
So it's
five
just like
heads.
it's like she was pleased when I dedicated the shrine, but the head that it was pissed. Overall,
she is
good.
She is of 5 heads and of 5 minds. One is enraged at this idea of almost cheating a system, of attacking from so far away with a weapon that it deems unfair or just straight up unknown. And a lot of that frustration and that belief of like unfairness comes from an element of I don't know what this is, and I don't like that I don't know what this is. Less of a true like that's not fair, like childish tantrum, and more of a what have you done? I do not know this. What have you discovered? Sort of a vibe.
That's why I'm the one.
Whereas
I'll just
another-
radiate that out to them. Her.
Sure.
And if he is not dead, I'll ensure that he is dead, since that was my mission. This was we were just testing the bounds of possibility here with the sparkling, which I did inform you about. This is all mental prayer.
Not how I thought today's session was gonna go. After that, the sparkling just sort of comes back after communicating to Carthel. It's very quiet and sort of mentally reaches out to the rest of you and goes, "Is there anything I can do for the 5 of you, or would any of you like to know what I have discovered?"
Just a moment. Just a moment. Is there anything that you need from me now? Friends tend to do things for friends.
I'm not sure. I'm still learning what it is that I want, what it is that I need.
All right,
I
we'll call it I owe you.
I will think on it. Yes.
Thank you.
Do you just bounce on out of here because you're good now, or do you stay?
No, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna look over at Elizabeth and see what her.
Is Elizabeth in the room? That's the other question I have.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna ask her if she was here now.
She was not mentally called.
Yeah.
Because she was not. Nothing was discovered about her. If anyone would have gone and gotten her, then she can be here.
The only one
No,
who
makes
Otherwise, she's probably off working on something.
Yes. I do have a couple of questions.
Sure.
That I would like answered, since you are a little bit more omnipresent than any of us would be. Can you tell me where or how Tanya and Vincent are doing
gonna ask
right
that.
now? Where they are?
Honestly, I was thinking of that, Jotev.
I know.
Can I try to answer before the sparkling can?
In what way?
Just see if I can see how they're doing, because I'd be able to do that too. And I'm upset that Yotev has inferred that I don't also know things, and I'm mad about it.
It's not that you
With-
don't
with-
know things, it's that he is actively present and across the universe at the exact same time as we are
can't,
here.
we
Yeah,
can't
he just-
trust Cassandra.
He just
did
he just
things?
melted somebody's mind across a continent. Okay.
Also, he doesn't want to give you like an aneurysm trying to do something. The last time you tried to read any one of us, you almost died like 3 times.
That's because
With what ability are you attempting to do this?
this day I haven't done my daily reading at all yet, correct?
I believe the catalyst for this was reading Aiden.
Is that true?
Michael's notes would have to be my.
Confirmation on that. Husband.
I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I gotta go to the
I'm
bathroom.
pretty sure that's the case, but it's also been a
A
month.
month. Yeah.
42 days to be exact.
Yeah. Which
The
is the
spark-
number of life. Look at that.
The sparkling can answer instantaneously. Meanwhile, Cassandra's trying to whip out fucking cards and do a reading faster than the sparkling would be able to respond. Truly incredible.
This is literally like trying to do a Google search versus just asking ChatGPT to do it.
Oh my god. Anything? Yeah.
You think
anything-
I'm Chat GTP?
No, I think the sparkling is ChatGPT. I think your Google search, you're gonna have a bunch of answers to have to sift through. He knows.
Summarize this for me,
I don't-
please.
I don't like the implication that it is Chat GPT because Chat GPT is often wildly incorrect.
Yeah.
Depending
I
on
was like
how
that.
well you phrase the
But I'm
sentence
fucking
and
hate
the-
you.
and the
More-
time period in which you are
I'm more
asking.
getting I'm more getting at the speed it takes for them to get the answers, to get an answer.
Sure. In fairness, I suppose you don't understand how accurate the sparkling is, but
That is true.
So
Yeah,
exactly.
we
We
The
haven't
sparkling
had
can be
enough
lying, we
of
have
the
no idea.
accuracy of the sparkling yet.
The
Haven't
thought
tested it.
Sparkling can be evil.
The thought process is that in my realm of knowledge, when it comes to reading and psychic stuff as a whole in life,
Sure.
is that being able to see something as minuscule, not that it isn't minuscule to be so clear, but something as small as, is this person okay? How are they? In the grand scheme of knowledge for a person's life is very small. That would be a very easy thing, especially if I'm looking at someone I know, right? Like, if I were not right next to my mom, I could see my mom is doing okay, right? Was my thought process.
Pending you have another reading.
Okay.
Well, there's the daily reading I can do, and then I can just do a regular reading in general with the cards as a whole, but I have a special reading I get to do once a day.
If your brain
Yeah.
explodes,
Like, I can read all of you all day, every day if I wanted to. I just do the cards, but it's a different one for my daily one.
Yeah. I think I'm
Why
just
do
looking
readings
for
for
specifics and follow-ups on top of that of what the sparkling can do.
So
And-
fine, but the way that you had worded it made Cass mad.
Whatever.
Like, which is fine. I don't care. I just need to know.
Be mad.
and then on top of it, you could probably ask the sparkling to talk to them and just let them know that you're coming.
Yeah.
I don't know that you would though.
We'll see.
How the moment
Husband.
strikes him.
I'm wait.
What are you
I'm
reading this morning?
Your reading was before we left.
But not before
So-
the end. But we haven't had a long rest, right?
It looks like we did have a long rest at the end of last session after we fought the lycanthropes.
I think this is first thing in the morning. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. I guess you can if you'd like to try to outspeed the.
I would so like to.
I almost accidentally gave a spoiler. Yeah, go for it.
The AI.
I just sit and try to answer that question, even though it's not directed at me, because it's a very like specific question, but it should be a very easy answer.
What is the specific question you're looking for? Like, are you asking how are they? Are you asking where are they? Are you asking specifically like about the well-being of one versus the other? What's the exact question you're
How about let's do the how they both are. Can
Okay.
we do that? Like just
Yeah.
that one, not. the rest of it.
The first image or first card that you pull is the devil. Is a the imagery is not just like this sign of a demonic figure, although it is like a pit fiend esque creature with red skin, massive horns and wings. But also beneath the figure of the devil are these figures that it is sort of lording over, the souls of the damned and the like. The implication you get is an element of fear, an element of concern, an element of uncertainty. Getting the idea that one or both are frightened in this moment. So as far as how are they, fear is the first major answer that you get.
Okay.
The next card you pull is temperance. You see a sort of you see a robed woman, looks to be high society, probably like a noble or something of the like. They have very soft features and is currently pouring what looks to be a very fine vintage of wine into cups for other people. And has sort of like a silhouetted, not less actual pair of wings, and more of like a silhouetted implied pair of wings from the draperies around her that just sort of frame her person, that make her seem a little bit more regal. They are the people that she's pouring for are these nymphs and dryads, as the table setting, the chairs, everything is laid out on a perfectly still pool. The feeling that you get is a semblance of inner peace, inner balance, and patience. You get less of a feeling that one of that this is a blanketed one, and more that this is a specific. You get the feeling that specifically between the two, Talia seems to be a little bit more temperate. Leans a little bit more towards temperate. She is patient. She seems like, while afraid, she has this steady belief that things will be okay, that things are gonna get better. There's like a hope for getting through this. The last card you pull.
Do you have a cheat sheet for tarot cards in front of you?
I'm pulling one up, yeah. The that is not English. Hold, please. Does help that the that I just beat Cyberpunk, and a lot of them are. There's a lot of tarot stuff in that game too. The next one you get is one of you two. I just need to know which one fits better.
Did you get that in
In
in the Foundry?
oh,
I
I
sent a
haven't,
whisper
haven't
in
looked
chat.
in a hot second.
Oh, okay.
If it helps, I did not see it. So
Where were they?
It would be probably the tower.
That looks
Is a
really
little bit
good.
more right. The feeling that you get is this is definitely more Vincent. Vincent is a lot more violent in his reaction. He is afraid, but he's also angry. He is upset, and you get the general sense that this chaotic anger, this heated distaste, is towards a individual that he blames for their circumstance, which you kind of sense is Yotev. There's an element of blame that he is putting on his father for the situation that they are all currently in.
Cool. How quickly do I get that answer before the spark?
As you come out of it, the sparkling is finishing up its its mental flow to all of you, saying that you got basically the same information. It is Lisbeth is frightened, but she is hopeful, and she has faith that things will pull through and that things will be okay.
Yeah.
So that faith is something that she's leaning on very heavily to keep herself from losing it.
As it should be, as a cleric.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I know those.
she's
Tanya that has faith, right? Not Lisbeth. Like
Tanya,
is worried. Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
No. We're just clarifying.
Vincent, same sort of information. He is mad. He's also frightened, but he has that undercurrent of anger, specifically towards these people have taken us because Dad continued to fuck up, and that this is his fault. This is his problem that we now have to deal with. There's also the sparkling mentions. He also seems deeply saddened by something. That there's something else that's being ruined by all of this. Although I don't know that I have enough context to say for sure what. Something about missing something. He's too enraged for me to get a clear idea. They are both well, though they are not both unharmed. They have been roughed up a little bit, not to a degree in which fear for life or limb needs to be put out, but Vincent does have looks like a bit of a black eye, as he did fight back somewhat, and the swelling on the bump that knocked Lisbeth out has gone down significantly and is almost back to normal. Vincent has also attempted on multiple occasions to forcefully remove the manacles on his wrists, and as a result has cut up the skin around his wrists quite severely. He seems to not like. He seems to not wish to give up yet. Still,
Is
Well,
Elizabeth
physically-
with us?
no.
I will
No,
go get
she's not.
her and tell her that she probably needs to hear this.
Yeah.
While Varnex is stepping away and
Mhm.
getting Lisbeth, I'm going to ask the Sparkling, can you heal their wounds that they have right now? Or are you too
have
far from range?
not tried. I can harm from a great distance, I have learned. I have not attempted to heal for.
Before you try anything,
Mhm.
Yotev's gonna take I think I have some. No, I don't have any. I'm gonna take probably like one of the knives I have from my toolkit, and I'm gonna take a big slice out of my arm, like just a little one, or not like big enough to like really
Just
do
a
any
little bit.
damage.
slice of little one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What-
Big slice. I mean, like it's like a long gash, but it's not something that like he's going to like permanently injure himself doing. Can you heal this?
You watch as the sparkling, another sort of swirl of from within itself, and you watch the skin on your arm slowly stitch itself up. The blood seems to almost like blood is poured down your arm, and you watch as it slowly reverses back into your skin and then cinches up. There is the faintest line of a scar, but it looks like this was an injury that happened probably like 2 to 3 years ago at this point.
Can I attempt to help the Sparkling with this by using my orb, my shining orb, and pressing it against it?
To heal
Somebody
the
at a
kids?
distance. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make a.
No, but we know
Make
it
a
can
sh-
heal now. It can kill. It
Yeah.
can heal.
That's what I wanted to know.
See,
It
no,
can
now we
attempt
got to
murder.
figure out how to take it with us into combat.
Oh, it's been
They're
brought to
dressing it
combat
It's there.
every single time. It's on
Hasn't been
Kenji's
used.
back.
Medic.
That's true.
Yeah.
Um,
He's always
yeah.
looking.
Go ahead and roll a straight wisdom check for me.
That would require me to surely
Be wise.
I was gonna say you were really not
Oh,
ready. Your
That's
dice
right.
were.
No, you're a monk. Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, he
just a
is.
wisdom, straight wisdom.
Yeah.
14 plus 5 for 19.
14 plus 5. Yeah, 19.
Damn.
Hey, you sort of you bring the orbs out, and as they whip around you, you have it so they almost always stay on polar opposite sides of one another. So as you pull it around, it's almost like planetary bodies lining up, where you've got your hand out in front with the healing orb in front and the death orb behind, creating this line. And as you push your energy through, you can see like the key going through and going into the orb and then into the sparkling. As it will now roll with advantage.
Nice.
Keep highest. Okay. Okay. You watch it sort of do another swirling. And as it does, it pulls itself away for a moment mentally, and then comes back and says, Anya's welt has gone away successfully. The scratches along Vincent's arms have gone, as his black eye, although he did also seem to have some manner of cold and that has been suppressed, though I don't think that it is fully gone.
He's always had the heart of the immune system.
Oh.
Man's
Am
about
I,
to come back.
is Varnex and Elizabeth back yet?
Yeah, you came back to see basically Kenji in this position flowing into the orb and hearing that response. Now
Okay.
he is also broadcasting to Lisbeth now that she's walked to the room.
I'll quickly tell her what's going on, and
Hmm.
then Yotev, we probably need to let your kids know what the hell's going on. You should.
That was going to be the next
Yeah.
thing I was going to.
I assumed, but I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page there. Elizabeth, if you want to send any message to him, this is Sparkling.
Hello. What exactly would you like for me to tell your children?
I would like you to let them know that to try to remain calm. That their mother and I are on our way. We're going to do our best to try to get you out. And I'll ask this afterwards.
Mhm.
To the Sparkling, but I do have a follow-up question, but essentially I'm just going to just say, be vigilant, stay calm. You will get through this.
We probably ought to ask them if they have any tactical information about where they're being held and how many and all that stuff.
I'm assuming they don't, but I'm assuming the Sparkling can figure that out.
Prisoners know an awful lot.
Depends on how they were brought over.
Sparkling informs you that the message has been sent, and Tanya seems like a very nice young woman. She has responded that she is grateful for your assistance. Your son has some choice words. I don't feel entirely. I don't feel entirely comfortable repeating some of the things that he has said.
Understandable.
Something about your help and where you could put it.
Is that also in reference to his mother's aid, or is that just Yotev's aid? My aid.
The Sparkling goes quiet in a way that it tells you everything that you need to know.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Clear.
Understandable.
Crystal.
Don't give a shit. Good. Well, Liz, I don't know if there's anything that you want to say first to them before we potentially get some more information about where they're being held.
They know
And
that
how
we're
we
coming.
can help them.
They know that we're coming. It's enough. They're strong.
Okay. Sparkling,
Yes.
I don't want to ask too much of you, but I know. Do you know their whereabouts and where we can find them? And could you give us any tactical insight about where we are going and any possible plans we might be able to conjure up?
Pauses for a moment. Let's see. Kind of. Oh, can get. It comes back and says that there are magic defenses on how much I can understand. They are a hideout in the Savalier Wood, just north of Shitty Creek Run. About 2 hours. They are in a basement level, though they seem well guarded. I do not know the extent of their number, as it would be, and it pauses for a moment and says, irresponsible of me to to give a number, not knowing if their full forces were at home at the moment. I did spot at
Right.
least 13 individuals, though there may be more. I will say that it does seem as though they are in cahoots with one of the families of the Shady Creek Run, as they have a lot of supplies and support.
Okay.
These are dangerous enemies that you would be making.
I don't know if you've noticed, Sparkling. We're pretty dangerous ourselves.
I have one more follow-up question.
Just one more.
One or two. From now until the time that they're rescued. Is there anything that you can do to keep them protected?
I can try. I do not know.
Okay.
Do you? I apologize to sort of wildly change the topic of conversation, but this was sort of an apology for snooping where I wasn't belonged. Did you want to know what I did find?
No.
Okay.
If I'm meant to find out what it is, I will discover it in due time. I don't need to know it now.
Very big of you, Yotef.
The attention shifts to the last four and asks, "Do any of you like to know what it is that I found?"
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Kenji says
Mhm.
no.
Kenji says yes. He wants to know everything.
I don't know, Kenji. What do you want?
Kenji will go last.
Kenji will go last.
I'll pass for now.
Nope.
I'm avoiding.
Yes.
I'm avoiding the question as of right now by arguing with Precise about fucking Cassandra.
Nope. She don't want to know.
But I want to know. I want to know about Cassandra.
Alien? Aiden?
I think Killian's a hard pass too.
I'm going to say no. Last two times, something was brought up about me. Someone else was hurt.
I believe this concern to be unfounded, though I will respect the. Aiden?
If you've already got the information, I suppose I'll listen to it.
There are multiple extraplanar anomalies that have been cropping up all over Exandria. A number of which you're already familiar with, the sense that they are ones listed from, I believe, a Terrian Darrington long ago. Though, it seems as though there is a pattern to their arrival. It is not just a random thing that these portals are opening. Something is going around snooping, looking, searching. I don't know what it is that they're looking for, but they are tearing these rifts all over the place. It is not just that a rift is opening on the material plane. intraplanar as well. Portals that lead from the elemental plane of water to air, and air to Feywild, Feywild to who knows where. They are poking holes where there should not be. I don't know what it is they are looking for, but these holes, that is, well, I suppose whatever entity this is, they are who I should be thanking for me meeting all of you. It is why you found me in the first place. What was, I suppose, originally a hole from your plane to the elemental plane of ooze turned into a plane from you to me. I don't know what it is looking for, but something is looking for something else out.
Do you know the frequency that they're creating these? Is that constant or changing?
They seem to fluctuate. However, at the most rapid, it seems to be about one a week. At their most non-consistent, one a month. This is a powerful force if they're able to begin ripping holes. Some of them, most of them, close. Others seem to be in a space where there's already a large overlap of these planar forces. As a result, it causes the tear to not fully heal, things to remain open. I believe one of these tears is actually what resulted in the Cerberus Assembly taking such a strong intellectual interest in the city of Hupperdu. A planar tear into Mechanus that was not fully closed resulted in higher experimentation with, well, Yotev's armor. The schematics of which they didn't have for a while. They simply tried to harness that energy in other ways, but having the perfect thing to test it on in a suit of mechanical armor for their best soldiers was too tempting to not try.
I don't know what to do with this information yet, but thank you.
I suppose then this leads to Genji.
Directly to Sparkling. Has everybody heard everybody else's?
Thus far.
Yeah.
Can I ask for it not to share with everybody else what it found out for me?
Of course. If you'd like it to be quiet, I can keep it that way. That is something else that Cassandra had taught me?
We can just talk like this. Just you and I.
There are strange connections attached. Almost like other entities are linked to you. Spirits of the departed haunting your every step. The memories, the echoes, the very essence of people have been collected, almost, sutured to your own being, feeding the thing that keeps you alive. You are, after all, not like the others. A construct. Additionally, whatever is doing these suturings, this transfer of energy from one person's soul, yours, is pauses for a moment. A little sloppy. They're not well maintained, these souls. I suppose there's almost I hesitate to act too much as though I know everything, as I very much do not. But I feel as though there is an almost intentional manner in which these have been sutured. As if the intent was either to withhold some of the energy that they could give, or to make it so that only some of it goes to you so that the rest can be saved for something else. I don't quite know what to make of it. But
Well, I mean, I'm still doing pretty good. So I mean, there's that.
I don't disagree.
And now we have Kenji, or now we have Precise. So that was kind of cool. I wonder if we can use those souls that have been sutured. For anything besides just feeding me being here.
Maybe?
Is there anything else you found?
There is a particularly dark shadow. I'm intentionally avoiding looking too deep into it. I fear that there are very few phrases or, I suppose, idioms that I understand fully. This feeling has taught me or allowed me to understand the depths of the phrase looking into the abyss and having the abyss look back. I do not know if I want to go looking because I am afraid of what might observe me in return. Whatever it is, however, it does seem to have its eyes very firmly locked on you.
My eyes will dart to precise the doll. I mean, yeah, it's that's good. That's good for now. We definitely don't want to dig too deep. And that
Sort of.
What do you say?
It sort of reestablishes connection to everybody else. As it does, it says, I'd like to again apologize for digging into things that may not have been my fair of me to dig into. I will cease any further investigation unless you specifically wish me to do so. And I suppose that is all.
You've been most helpful. And, you and I will be talking more.
I look forward to our conversation. With this, there is a whole new day, more travel to be had, and quickly marching towards a whole new problem in the very near future.
Well, let's get cracking.
All right.
Well,
You,
I suppose we'll have some
right.
breakfast, little pocket bacon. No pocket bacon.
Wrong campaign.
Not yet.
You all gather up whatever you want for supplies for the day. Those of you who are gonna stay within the tent are able to just go about your normal business. Those of you exiting to go ride alongside the cart, go and do so. And as you begin, you feel yourselves begin to push down the road a little bit further. This day,
DM,
Tom,
could I
yes.
take a moment? I would like to see if I can train my horse to listen to whistle commands so I can command it from a distance.
Yeah.
Sure. What kind of commands are we working on?
Just more of a like stay and come. So like come to
Okay.
me.
Yeah, roll animal handling.
I'm going to. Oh god, that doesn't even matter. I got a natural 2, so.
Seems mostly like it's hard for the horse to understand what it is you're asking for. It'll come over sometimes, but mostly only when you bring out something to entice it. And then when you try it again without like the sugar cube or whatever it is you're using, it just sort of pretends to ignore you. And it seems as though it is waiting for you to bring out the food to then make its way over. Like it knows that if I wait long enough, you will bring out a treat, and so it's going to wait until you do that before listening to you. It just seems to be like trying to game the system as opposed to actually learning from it.
I'll just scratch its head and we'll try again another day.
With that, you begin to press.
The
Only a
actual
couple
plot I'm
days.
invested in.
Training
You're
Eden.
only about 2 days away from Shitty Creek Run. As you make your way closer, the weather continues to begin shifting towards a deeper winter. The temperature drops, snow begins to fall. There's a light snow, but it's still heavily persistent. Just sort of all day. It's the type of snow that once it hits the ground, it almost immediately melts, but it just turns all the road into just mud and mush, like you said. The wheels sort of get caked in it. The horses and axe beaks, the like, their shoes become incredibly muddied. But eventually, you guys get to the point where you're about a half day's trek away from Shady Creek Run, as the sun is just about to begin to set. You have a very short amount of time left before making it to the city that you had been traveling towards. As a relative question, just to get an idea of those here, does anyone think that there's any reason or does anyone think that there's any reason that they may have been to Shady Creek?
I don't know. That's
I don't think I
because my backstory, it depends on where I was sent with,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know.
I need to see the map again.
It is far, far north.
I don't.
Yeah.
Charles
I don't
would have.
think so, but like, let me double check.
I
Well,
think
not
anything he's been to the Feywild a bunch, but like.
Do we think that Kren has been to Shady Creek Run?
You get a very strong roll just a straight intelligence check.
I'm so smart. This could be worse. Let me find my fucking sheet. It's 11.
11 is enough, mostly because this is a very simple question to answer. Kryn absolutely has, because Kryn is a member of the Ivory Claw.
Updating my thing.
Who the hell's Kren? Remind
Joe.
me.
So, I'd like to try something. Yo, Tev.
Wait, can you answer Dad's question?
Don't worry about it. If he doesn't know because
Yes.
he doesn't have the notes, then he'll find out soon enough. Help me out. Or watch. I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
Just sit here. You need to be very quiet. Also, hold precise. Don't be weirded out. It's fine. You're not dying. You're fine.
I'd like to make an insight check about this.
Is this just still happening in the middle of the tent where we were all just vibing?
No, we're
I
traveling.
mean, this is
No,
after
this
a
has
full
been- this
day
is
of
long
travel,
past.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I understand, but where is this happening?
wherever Yotev is. I kind of like came near him and then told him to come here. Not to like power.
Yeah, Yotev would have been in his
Room.
workshop.
Oh, then I would just go into the main area.
Okay.
Unless you want to come into my room.
No. Out here is fine.
Okay. You're gonna vibe check my doll.
Yeah, can I get a vibe check on the doll? I'm gonna do that.
Sure.
If that's alright, DM.
Sure. Go ahead and try to vibe check the
Yeah, I got an 11. The best insight check I've made
Um,
all game.
You know, I could just count on a family
You know,
member.
yeah, you know what? It's not your family, so you know what? It's pretty freaking
Actually,
high.
I did roll better because I used all my advantages and Flash of Genius.
Jesus.
there.
So you're saying you didn't use that on your family?
No, I did use the Flash of Genius and stuff on my family because I needed to know.
There are no direct connections that you pull that give you an idea one way or another as to why Kenji
Would ask this.
yeah, to like be at all interested in you taking care of Versailles. And as you take a closer look at Versailles as a Fragging, do you mind re-describing, because it's been a minute, what it is that you're handing over to Yotev?
Yeah. Give me a second.
It's the little doll that rides on my axe beak, right?
Give me a second.
Isn't that what it is?
It's a lifelike replica doll of Versailles.
Yeah.
Right, but that's the one that rides on, that we made a special little harness so it can ride on the
Yeah.
head of my axe beak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Where is it here? Notes.
Yotev, seriously, it's 100% safe. Rides on my horse. Rides on my mount all the time.
This feels different, but
It's good.
are you even with us? Aren't you
So
marching
it's
outside?
So it's head to. So I'm describing the doll, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so it's head to toe adorned with silver gray feathers.
Okay.
Not fake feathers. Like these are like real feathers.
Real feathers, yes.
The eyes give off an orange yellowish hue that make it almost look like flames are roiling in their depths. And it's accented by the void black vertical slits in the center. Moving down to its wings, they're sleek, black, draped over the body. Underneath the wings flows a dark blue and brown robes covering the body with silver leggings, and the feet are bare. The only difference probably is that this looks more warm. So like it looks like some of the feathers probably have like molted off, and there would be like bare patches, or it would have a chunk of its flesh near like the eye is like removed, where you'd be able to see like more of like the porcelain or like the skull, whatever it would be.
I guess my follow-up question, because I actually never actually thought about the size of the dolls or questioning the size of the dolls. Is it like the size of you, or is it like the size of like a little statue thingy?
It's almost as big as me, so that when I wear
Okay.
it, its feet almost touch the ground.
Okay. So it's almost as big as me as well. Or pretty close.
Yeah.
And
Cool. I guess Yotev for the sake of curiosity and scientific inquiry, sure. They'll hold it, and he'll take a seat wherever Kenji told him to sit, and hold the doll how Kenji has requested he hold the doll.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have him, I guess, hold it in his lap, just like facing me. And I'm going to. I think things have changed. I think recently since I came back, and it's been like a number of years. So I'm gonna meditate in front of Yotev. And then just thinking back to like the imagery of like sutured on souls. Because like I think we've done this a different way, but I think that like just looking outside myself, like just getting like an astral view of myself, I would find just haphazardly, almost like a longing for friendship. These hands have been like sutured onto parts of my body, and they kind of just drag and sometimes like stumble. And so I would look for the one that is Kren. And I think my astral body would go and be like, come here, Kren. I think I want to try something. This could be fun. I think we can make some new friends. And I'm going to try and take its hands and basically unsuture it, and then seeing the doll almost like a Doctor Strange, like where he like punches him and it's like the multiple versions of himself. But I'm gonna try and punch the spirit into Persize.
You take this hand, you pull it down, and as you do, it's you notice that you are very inviting. You're inviting him to come join you,
Yeah.
but it doesn't seem like he's willing. But yet he is forced to either way. He does not have a choice here.
Yeah.
And as he gets pulled down, you push forward, and all of a sudden, Yotev, the doll in your hand begins to shake and attempt to like break free of your grasp as there is now life put into it. There is a like groaning and like like clawing at your hand as it tries to claw away, and it just goes, God, let me out, fuck, and it tries to like break against your hands and to like get out of your grasp.
Yotev looks at Kenji. Is this supposed to happen? Should I let go? Should I hold on?
We might want to like have him. We might want to hold him for a second. He's been there for like a long time, maybe. Relative, I suppose. But this.
Are you wearing your armor right now?
Fuck.
There's no.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah, in the
Cool.
tent, no, he's not wearing it.
Not
What's
while
your
you would've been
AC
working.
without your armor?
AC without my armor. That's a very
It should
good
just be 10
question.
plus dex.
10 plus dex. Yeah. So 13, I guess.
Okay, he attempts to bite you, but it does not pierce skin. It's just sort of like a gnawing on your arm because he's trying to like desperately bite at your.
Is it
hand
dry?
to make
Is it
let go.
squishy? Is it slimy? Like what? Like
As he bites down, it is like the Perseus is an owlin, right? So it's a
So you got a
beak.
beak.
It's a little
yeah.
sharp, but it's not like particularly sharp. The first couple of bites, it's simply just like it's the same as if like a bird is nipping at you. It's a little painful, but it's not doing anything. On the third attempt, you do feel what feels like a wet tongue graze your wrist.
At first, he's holding on. As the wet tongue hits, he lets go.
You watch as Persei, like with an element of life, like looks around and attempts to make a break for it to the door.
Can I?
Both
just
of you
sitting here
have
stepping out
attacks
of
of
my-
opportunity at this point as it gets away.
I'm just drinking my coffee and watching this.
I would like to. I'd like to use my attack of opportunity to grapple it. Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask a question about the tent?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Can I trap people within the tent because it's a space
No.
that I control?
Where's it running to? Is it
If you made like a dungeon within the tent, then yes, but there is nothing that blocks them from like opening and unlocking doors and getting out themselves.
Where's it headed to? Is it coming to me?
They're currently in Yotev's workshop.
Okay.
It has broken out
No,
of
we're in the
Yotev's-
common area now. He pulled me out of the
you're in the
workshop.
common area. Cool. So
Yeah.
you're in the common area. It's attempting to run to a random door. So if it breaks free, I'm gonna roll basically a die and just see where it ends up. So we'll see because
Okay.
unless it's clear and obvious which one is the door, it's just going for a random.
Yeah.
If you roll a d8, we have what it would be because we have a picture and important notes. Because you
Okay.
can start with the stairs that go up, or there's the door that goes down.
Persei!
One,
Persei! Come here.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
No,
that's not Persei.
Oh, it's not? I'm sorry.
No.
I skipped it.
Do you
It's,
remember?
it
Do you remember
is-
Kren? The one
No.
that was trying to kill Yotev? Back in the
kid?
back in the
No.
barn?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's who that is?
Yeah. Yeah, I figure we could use someone who's been to Shady Green Run.
What is your
he's possessed. So
what's
he's
your grapple attempt?
But wait, he's
Can I-
possessed Persei? Is
Yeah.
that...
In the doll.
Yeah, okay.
I've forced Kren into Persei.
I got you.
Can I use Dex?
For a grapple, it is your athletics versus their athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, never mind. I have a +8, so that would be 26.
26? Okay.
Yeah.
I am stealing.
I thought it was a +1, and I was like, "Fuck
Yeah,
me, man."
I'm
No-
stealing
Oh god.
precise stuff.
Fuck. That's bad.
It's not it's not great, but it's also not awful because precise is still technically level 4.
Did you?
That's
did-
only a 16.
Did you roll with advantage? Because Persei
No,
got
why?
advantage. I
On
don't know if it
athletics
was-
checks?
Yeah, Persei got advantage on athletics checks, and I don't know what was giving it to him. Off first glance, but I'm just asking if you're going to use a stat block.
Squat nimbleness, you are right. It's both athletics and acrobatics, so I'm going to try again.
Yep.
There we go. You grab at him, and you do have a good grip on, because 26 is nothing to sneeze at. You got a good grip on the arm of this of the doll. It turns around and fully it's like with an arm bar you're supposed to turn into it. It turns into it, slips out, slaps you across the face, and keeps running.
I'll try.
yes,
I'll attempt to
your turn.
grab it as well.
As
Because I had an attack of opportunity,
Yes,
and
you also
I
have
have
this.
Warcaster,
Oh, wonderful.
oh fuck.
I'd like to cast Snare.
Oh thank God.
Would that
Um,
work in this?
Hold, please.
You can. Have
I
whatever
still
you
have for
want.
spells repair since this is a new day, and I am currently changing them over. It's between this and rope trick, but I haven't committed to saying rope trick yet.
Snare, unfortunately, has a casting time of 1 minute.
Okay.
Well, then
So it'd
I
have to
will.
be, it's a thing with an action. that you
I
can
will cast that compelled duel.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
So, it must make a wisdom save throw each time it attempts to move. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Let me do. A wisdom saving throw. She's not awful at.
We shouldn't be.
He does succeed.
Damn it!
You still have your reaction if you would like.
Yeah, I'll try to grapple it.
I'd also like to try to grapple it. I think at that point, if
yeah.
Snare's not working, because I didn't get to
My
actually do
athletics
anything.
is the same.
What's your?
I got a
what's
nat
your-
20, so I got a 28.
Okay.
I guess I could try to help. More so, can I use my reaction to help?
just
I'm
rolled a
gonna.
nat 20.
So, yeah, you got a nat 20. It has a +7. It cannot succeed. So you watch as you go to grab at it, and there's a moment of confusion on your end, Yotev, as you're about to cast a spell. Think, no, that won't. That's gonna take too long. You basically grapple at it, and he slips out as well. And as he gets halfway across the room, there's just a shadow that goes looming across as Varnax fully full body tackles him like a linebacker, just across the room, tumbles with this thing and pins it down. And you see, you now have him on his belly. One arm is underneath him. The other arm you have in your hand on his back, and he is crushed there on the ground, kicking and biting and trying to get out, frantic.
Krem,
And you do whatever you're gonna do.
I'm gonna let you know. If you continue to do this, I will find something that has no legs. And the more you cooperate, the longer you get to stay out here, and you don't have to go back. Just write to him. Your call.
Make a persuasion check or intimidation, your choice.
I can help with the intimidation. I'll assist since I'm grappled it.
If you'd like to make that with advantage.
Make a tighter squeeze.
Intimidation, I have I have -2.
Yeah, yippee!
You should probably let me do that.
I have a 14 that I rolled. Well, what's the fun in that? Where's the life of that one?
I know.
And then a 9. So the 14 plus 1 for 15.
15. He is calming at the idea of potentially not having to go back, but you can tell just by his demeanor that he will do literally anything to not go back there. So even if, like, once you have this conversation and you do let him stay there for a while, unless he stays there permanently, whenever you attempt to bring him back out, he's gonna try to fight it. So you know that much at least. But for now, he's sort of calming down and is like breathing a little heavily. Basically found out that the full weight of a dragonborn paladin is too much for him to get out of, and is doing his best to like be in this space without and in a way that is appeasing to you enough so that he can continue to stay out and stay
Yeah. Oh, he's
instead of go
1,000% going back in as soon as we're done with him. He does not get
For
any
sure.
extra free time. For sure.
sure.
Yotep, I thought it would be fun to talk to somebody who's already been to Shady Creek Run, because if you want a layout of the area, who better to tell you?
Okay. Okay, I like what
Yeah.
you're thinking. Do you think it would be too much to kind of force that information from him?
Just don't hurt my doll.
Not
her
looking to
size,
hurt your
yeah.
doll. Not looking to hurt him. Do you think Sparkling would be able to do something about it?
I don't know. Maybe. Although we might want
We
to
did
be
use
careful.
him a lot yesterday.
Yeah, we
It's
might
still
be...
the same day.
Or today.
No, we traveled.
No,
right?
we've traveled since then.
So you woke up, you did all that stuff, you traveled. This is at night before you go to bed, so it is the same day.
No.
Oh, okay.
So this morning.
You
8
You
a.m.
might-
versus 8 p.m.
Yeah, in as vague a way as possible, I'm going to relay to you that it might not be a good idea for the Sparkling to kind of just look in on things for me. He's seen, but he might be kind of like tapped. You know what I mean? He did a lot this morning. Maybe like another day, but I'm sure we can figure it out. We're resourceful.
You want to know about the city? I know plenty about the city. I'm happy to give you whatever you need. If that means that I don't have to go back there. All right? What do you want to know about the city?
Well, Yotev's gonna ask you some questions because apparently some of your friends have his kids. So cooperate.
Hey,
we'll
fuck
see where
those
that goes.
guys. Am I right? I'm not friends with them. I had nothing to do with that. I've been long dead since that. We didn't have them when I last was there, so I clearly had nothing to do with that. You know that, right?
But you should. Yes, but you also should know there was a description. Yotev, tell him the area. Maybe he can help us out. I'm gonna be right back.
Yes. So, you did make an attempt on not just my own life, but on the lives of those who were with us that day in the barn. You remember that? Do you remember that very much so?
Yeah, I'm real sorry about that. Oh, listen, a gig is a gig, you know. I got
Understandable.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's gonna like just get a little closer to him. He's like, and kind of like lay on the side of the ground while, because Varnex has him like pinned down right to the ground,
pretty much.
head
yeah.
kind of down. Yeah, Yotev is gonna like lay down on the side, like kind of keeping like direct eye contact with him, just showing that how much confidence he has in Varnex just being able to hold this guy down. So you made an attempt on my life. Your friend managed to successfully grab me, take me, steal my belongings, and bring me to Zadesh, where I escaped with the help of my friends, and we went over to Upper Duke to do this. Now, because of these actions that you have laid out, you are inherently involved with the reasoning why my children have been kidnapped. Because if you had not tried to take onto my life, and you had not taken on this gig, and you and your other friend, that changeling woman, person, whatever they are, had not kidnapped me, I would have had no reason to start traveling into Hopperduke in the first place.
Listen, I hear you. I do. However, to call her my friend is it's a bit of a stretch. Listen, she changes faces and she also changes like acquaintances all the time. She doesn't get close to anybody. And honestly, fuck the people in the Ivory Claw, right? They're dead to me. I'm dead to them, right? Literally. They don't. I don't give it. Like, I.
Well,
did
we
a
still have
job.
business in the Ivory Claw. We still have business to deal with there, and you're going to help us and tell us everything that you know
Of
about
course,
the
fuck
Ivory
them.
Claw
Yeah, for sure.
and the layout of their hideout. You're going to tell us where they keep some of their more important prisoners.
Okay.
Okay.
Versus is new, but sure, yeah.
Yes. If you were to have, if you were to bring me all the way to Shady Creek Run,
Right.
where would you have stored me?
Stored you is an interesting question. Most of the time, we don't do storage. Most of the time, we bring you there, and we determine what could be done with you or who we could. Listen, I don't do any determination. I don't decide where people go. But sometimes,
Not asking that.
I'm just saying. When I say this, it's gonna sound like I'm a bad person, but I'm not that bad of a person. Sometimes, when we get someone, the boss decides who they get purchased by. You know what I mean? It's we don't normally hold on to folks. They get acquisitioned really quickly after they make it to us. We believe
Mm.
holding on to people's a liability, right? They could hurt themselves, they could hurt one another, they can do something stupid. If I were to, I would take you into the main hall. That's where we would have this sort of meeting. The whole idea of it would be to scare the shit out of you, dissuade any like funny business, you know. And then after that, we'd probably take you down to the cellar. We don't really have like a proper holding cell, but we've got places in the cellar we could lock you up in and move some stuff in front of the door to make sure you can't get out. And then once you're in there, it'd be a matter of like just keeping you fed, keeping you watered, and at the moment that you're no longer putting up a fight, we could pull you out, try to just sort of keep you awake and aware and all of that long enough for whoever's coming to get you to come and get you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's more like a isolation scare tactic, if anything.
Okay.
In Yotev's head, would that be the subterranean thing that they were that Sparkling was talking about? Or like cellar?
And Yotev follows up the question. How deep down do some of your cellars go? Would this storage place be underground? This place of
Yeah,
holding for
yeah.
questioning and interrogating?
Well, for sure, yeah. The just to keep things isolated, like leading people down a set of stairs is really good for intimidation. It's like, oh god, where are they leading me? Oh god, I'm going underground, that sort of a thing.
Okay. Is
yeah.
it heavily guarded?
I mean, the whole place is heavily guarded. You gotta have to be more specific than that. It's
Okay.
a problem with people.
Okay. There we go. Approximately, how many people do you think they put on guard or isn't or at the base of the Ivory Claw in Shady Creek?
Oof. God, that's a hard question. It really depends on how many people are deployed out in the field at the moment. If everyone were to be called back and sitting in the the hideout, it'd be about upwards of like 40 people. The biggest thing would be that the interior, the boss does not like surprises. All right, he has bodyguards on him all the time, but it's I don't know. I'm a bit confused. I don't know why he would be holding your kids. There's not really like a point in my head as to why he would be doing that.
So I was
Right.
I'm gonna just let you know. You know, the more information you get from this to help us, the more information I can get.
Sure, yeah.
I was told that they were taken because the Ivory Claw is summoning me to make an appearance to pay that debt back. And they're holding them there for assurance that I am more hasty about my arrival.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, don't go in guns blazing and all that. And you have to come to them on the back foot, sort of a thing. Not only are you meeting them in their home base, but also there's the problem of like, if you do something stupid, something bad's gonna happen. That makes sense. Yeah. Why do they? No offense, care about you?
No offense. Why did they give a shit? But like in the
So-
nicest way possible.
We get contracts all the time, you know.
Aye, yes. This contract, whatever it is for. I'm surprised you're not aware of this, but I guess they're just giving you a target to go and deal with, rather than to necessarily give you any information about. But there is a great debt that I owe, and the owner has hired and contracted the Ivory Claw to make sure that it is repaid.
Right.
Don't know who has hired them quite yet.
Even still, like, we've had some really high gold individuals that we've got hold of. There's got to be something else special about you that they want from you, right? Like, I know that
Well-
your doodads were impressive and all, but like,
That's right. You don't know. You wouldn't know. Yotev's gonna like stand up a little bit, and activate his arcane armor, to don it again, where it reassembles onto him, saying, and it's not going to like fully reveal it, but it's just going to like open the part where it, like is concealed, the core, the prototype core, saying this is why they're after me. There are some experiments that were being done in Hupperduke that we completely shut down, and they might be a little bit mad about certain things that are happening right now. My guess is that whoever is after me wants this.
Sure, yeah, that seems very fancy and impressive, and I'm sure that's for sure what they're looking for. Yeah. Listen, I don't know what their goal would be beyond what you've already told me. I guess that makes sense for some reason. Is there like a, I don't know, I can tell you more information about, I don't know, the people there maybe, or like I know Chantel's got like a thing with peanuts. You know, if you feed her a peanut somehow sneakily, she'd I don't know. I don't actually know what happens when you have an allergic reaction.
You don't want to
Uh,
know.
Oh well,
Um, no.
take your word for it.
You know the layout pretty well.
Sure.
You've been there.
Yeah.
How are your cartography skills?
Oh, you know, that sort of looks around. I can't tell if lying to you about my ability and then being bad would be worse than just sort of being bad in the first place.
It's better to be honest. What do you have to lose right now?
Honestly, a lot. I don't. You know, there's a special kind of freak that your friend is, and I will do a lot to make sure I don't end up back at that place.
It's not very nice to talk about people like that.
Yeah, well, you killed me, so fucking get over it or whatever.
Well, we were going to become friends, and this is the start of a beautiful friendship.
I've got some questions.
Go ahead,
Sure.
Varnax.
Your leader, what's his name?
Mhm.
You know, the white dragonborn guy.
Yeah, hold up. Let me look. I have it.
Bless you.
I'm laughing at Caleb. He's like, hold on, let me look. I have it. It's here, over here.
I can't remember if you told me or not.
I did, yeah.
I feel
Oh.
like I knew, but I my computer died and I lost half of my notes.
Let me look.
So
If you already told me, then don't worry.
Let's see if Michael can find it before Caleb.
Oh,
Probably.
the race is on.
It's my favorite
Problem is,
game.
I'll read a name and I'll have to be like, that sounds not right. Who is this person? No, that's not right. And next person.
Yes.
No, you gave me a very detailed description. He's 7'6". Demacris? Is that his name? Scar, left eye, wearing white, saber-tooth pelt,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps
Cute.
blind on the left side, wearing
Cue the
katana.
no, that can't be right, and then we'll go forward a little bit, and then we'll come back to that one and say, yes, it was in fact that.
Dumacress?
Oh,
Dumacress. Is that
I think so, yeah.
okay?
That sounds right to me.
All right, scratch the name.
Yeah, your leader. What's his fighting style, or what's his thing that makes him so great?
Well, he's real big. He gets he goes into sort of like a really angry frenzy when he gets mad and gets into a fight. And then when he does I don't know. He's got a weapon of choice with this massive sort of like dragon katana looking thingy. Creepy looking thing, like the blades coming out of its mouth and all of that. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he's got a lot of icy stuff. Like he breathes ice and all that. I don't know. What else? What else do you need to know?
Is any weaknesses that you can think of?
I mean, I'm no scientist, but I assume that the weakness of ice is fire. But that may be me speaking out of my ass. Most people's weaknesses are weapons, blades, the occasional gun, poison, maybe. I don't know.
Psychological
what the fuck do you
weaknesses?
want from
You
me?
don't know anything about him, is what you're saying. You're
Psychological
fucking
weaknesses,
dumb.
man. The dude's got the shortest fuse when it comes to his anger ever. You know,
That's good to know.
that's he's very like macho man, savage dude. You know, like he
His
oh
name's
yeah,
Rain.
he yeah he if you he's used to being in control, and it sounds like he's trying to set things up so that he's in control here, right? He took your kids. He's telling you, don't come in too hasty. He's gonna, he's stacking the deck in his own favor, right? He wants to make sure, hey, when you do do things the way he wants you to. So if you deviate from that piss him off. But that again, he's got your kids. So like, what do you do there? It's a dangerous sort of thing.
Who
you're
are they
playing.
allied with?
Oh, they've got a couple of friends around, but I assume you mean the families. They're working with the Trebane.
Trebane.
They're a couple of rich schmucks from the city.
Mm-hmm.
They like to smuggle goods out of that old abandoned city within the Savalier Wood. All those fancy old elvish antiquities, and sell them off to the highest bidder and all that.
Trebane.
The leader's Lord Darko. That helps. Darko Trebane.
Not Donnie?
Not Donnie Darko.
I don't know any Donnie. It's got some kids that you may be able to look up. Maybe while you're in town, you look up the kids, and maybe that helps to get you some sort of angle there. Or hey, you know what? There's a lot of families around in Hupperduke. You ally yourself with one of the other families. That's really gonna piss them off.
In Shady Creek or Hupperduke?
Shady Creek. The Shady Creek's got a lot of. There's 4 main families within the city. They all ruled sort of over different areas and all that. If you got one of them, they all hate each other. But if you got one of them on your side, sort of sponsoring your little raid of the hideout, then you'd piss them right off, and you'd have some extra backup potentially. Might be a good angle.
What is something that could be offered to one of the families in exchange? Because they're going to ask for something.
Oh,
They're
for
not just
sure.
going to rally because they hate them.
Well, I don't know.
Right?
The Ivory Claw is a particularly dangerous group of mercenaries working for the Trebane family. If you're able to get rid of the Ivory Claw in a way that doesn't make any of them look guilty, that's a big win. You take off one of their biggest chess pieces off of the board, and they don't get it tied back to them. If they only have to do like some small minor stuff to help you out, and they can keep their hands clean, that's huge for them.
If all the families hate each other, and it's just the Turbane family that we're currently trying to deal with, how likely is it that they would be willing to alliance to eliminate the Turbane family and the Ivory Claw?
Very unlikely. Their hatred for one another runs incredibly deep. It's you could try. I'm not gonna tell you to not try, but God, it's gonna be rough.
of the four families, who do you believe might be the most sympathetic, and who do you believe is the strongest family?
Ooh. I feel as though I must contractually, I'm almost contractually obligated to say that the Trebanes are the best of the families. But if we go a little off script here,
You're not working for them anymore. What alliance do you have to them?
You're
Well,
aligned with
honestly,
us. You're our friend now.
There's a slight shudder. But he says, the Udalots are strong, but they're mostly people that garner who's allowed in and out of town. They sort of are the thorn in the side of anyone who's trying to garner a trade agreement without their permission, right? They have the Great Trader Union under their thumb, basically.
Gotcha.
Nothing's allowed in or out without their say-so. The Jagantoths, they're brutal, very cutthroat, but their leaders' words are as trustworthy as, well, I guess mine, right? So not at all, right? He is a liar through and through. He'll tell you whatever he needs in order to get out of, in order to get you to do things the way he wants you to do them, and I don't know. He's just not a great dude. He's probably gonna screw you over in the end. The Mardoons now, they've got some ties to people that are real dangerous. Some myriad folks. The Mardoons have contacts outside of Shady Creek, which makes them a little bit more concerning. They make most of their money off of brothels and jewelry and, well, selling people. Their leaders, she's a little she's a lot like the Jagantoth leader, but she's a little bit more flirtatious in her way of fucking you over. Honestly, it's a crapshoot. I think the Mardoons and the Jagantoths are probably more militaristically inclined, but all three of them are fucking terrifying. I don't think there's a wrong answer. I think the best answer would be whichever one you walk in and find the easiest way to make them like you. Or if you can prove that you're worth their while to invest in. Because they're not going to take a shot on just anybody. I'd recommend walking in with something to offer.
Gotcha.
Do we need to know anything more about them? Or anything else we want to know?
No, I think that's good. What do y'all think?
I was going to say, Kenji, you're the one that wanted to bring him out. Is there anything in particular that you wanted to get from him?
I mean, I always like playing with all my friends. So I thought it would be interesting after talking to I think it would be interesting for you to talk to him. Well, I mean, with him trying to like kill you, and now him being one of our friends, I mean, I can always talk to them whenever, right? But I just discovered, or I was gonna try to see if we could make him so that it was anybody could talk to them. But now you guys can be my friends anytime. Maybe.
And I mean, look at how useful it's been, right? Got a lot of info. I honestly, I may know some people within the Mardoons and the Jagantoths, the Udalots. If you want to throw me their way, I can have conversations with them and I can help you convince them to be on your side. You just gotta not send me back to the dark place.
I mean, I think we have what we need now. So, I mean, I could definitely bring
So-
you back whenever we need.
No.
talk to you.
No. There's no need for that. See, there's some more useful things that I can do though. I
And
can tell
so-
you more. I've got.
Oh, what do
plenty
you
more
have to
say.
offer?
So
Fucking Jeremiah and Celeste, they're getting a divorce. You could use that against them, maybe. I think there's a guy.
as he's talking, as
Yeah.
Yotev's talking to him, there are like little tiny like tendrils kind of coming out of my it like one is like under my eye that seems to be like coming out. There's like a crack between like some of the flesh and the wood where it kind of creeps out. And so it seems like he's just looking for a way to get out. And so like as he's like looking to dart, if he did break free, these things would just shoot out, and you would almost just see them kind of like attach to Persai and like pull against him, but not like wrap tightly, because it's like Persai's a doll. But then you almost see like a glimmer of something pulled out. And then, just as quick as they would have shot out, whip back, and then I think because you said it was pulling forward like from my back, and it's it always seems to be their hands that are like sutured onto me and kind of like drag along, or they're walking along. And so as quick as it is, it whips back and it forces the hand onto my back, and then just one of the smaller tentacles just quickly like shoots itself in and out of the like hand to like attach it back on. And then the doll that Varnex is, I think, laying on top of or holding, just flops over and just like limp.
There's like as those tendrils like start to grab at him, like they grab at the corners of the mouth and like around the forehead and on the shoulders and joints. You hear him getting frantic as he's saying, "Wait, no, Maximus hurt his leg in a game of volleyball. He can't walk straight. No, wait, hold on." And as he gets ripped away, there's just
He
this
can't walk straight. It's crazy.
there's this continuation of like desperately trying to come up with something that could be useful to save himself. He just gets pulled back, and you feel that hand get sutured in back into the back of your neck. As that happens, the doll sort of falls limp, eyes open, staring forward, the mouth slightly agape, no longer moving. And with that, we're about 15 minutes late for break, so we're gonna go ahead and take that.
Yeah,
If that wasn't the most terrifying thing I've seen, I don't know what was.
All right.
Maximus hurt his leg in a game of volleyball. Wait.
But he can't walk straight.
All right, be back in what, 10? Yeah. unpause this. Full. Alright, we're back.
So quick amendment for stream, just so it gets caught on stream as well. It is the Mardoons that the Ivory Claw worked with. They were a rewrite was made, and I did not remember that we already established that. So it's going back to the Mardoons. Trebane's deal in smuggling. Mardoons deal with brothels, jewelry, and slave trade. So if there is, there was a reminder made of a ring that was given from Arenas for the daughter of Darko Trebane for establishing a contact through Zorka. So we will go ahead and quickly amend those two names real fast with the conversation that happened with the poor dude. As he gets sort of pulled back in, the three of you that are in this main area watch that entire process and were a part of this sort of quick interrogation. Is there anything from that you all want to discuss or have further questions on?
So he's still out right now. He hasn't been quite
No,
sucked
he's
in.
pulled in.
Oh, he's pulled in now. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
He gone.
He's been reabsorbed. But like in a humane way that's super cool and chill and not at all frightening.
No.
Sure.
Yeah. That was pretty fun. I usually only get to talk to my friends by myself. I should try that more often. We should make more friends.
Before we get too ahead of ourselves, I think Kryn was right that we should probably make an attempt to align ourselves with someone who might be able to provide aid for us within the city.
Yeah, we can do that.
And as much as I would like to do this just with us, this is going to be a very heavy operation, and it's going to be a very dangerous operation. It might be worthwhile to lay low in the city as best we can. Or at least try to reach the Mordanes. Not the Mordanes, the Turbane.
So we'll also point out, I think for the sake of where you've been deployed to, I don't think Shady Creek would be on your list, Varnex.
Roger.
For Yotev, I would be shocked.
I've never been.
Yeah, I'd be shocked.
I would. The closest I would have gotten, would be the city that's just to the southwest, because that was the path I took when I was going towards when I met with Killian.
Yeah, Nagbarat makes sense.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense for Aiden for obvious reasons. And then Cassandra, I would be shocked as well.
Yeah, there's no way.
Please.
I think
Kill
that
it.
I would have made it to Rexentrip probably.
Oh, for sure. Kill it.
But my question is, how many of Kenji's friends have ever been there?
Well, one of them
It's
for
a
sure
whole
has.
different question.
Well, Kryn, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, Killian.
Killian, I'd like for you to roll. What do I want you to roll?
Percentile.
You haven't done enough this session. What do I give you for this?
Wow.
Let's
Character development.
What
go.
the heck?
I feel horse
What?
training. Come on.
I have not given him enough time, so I'm giving him a little bit.
But he
of
said
something,
no on
something.
wanting to know what was going on.
I understand. How about this? Give me a straight D20 roll. Make this a luck check.
That is a 5.
A 5. Awesome. You unfortunately have not been to Shady Creek Run.
Great.
So in that case, I guess what this really means is you all don't have a lot of knowledge of the city itself. You've been given knowledge of the 4 people, and you did hear a couple of like groups outside of those people that were of importance. The Every Claw, obviously, the Grey Trader Union came up.
Yes.
Is there, as you guys go ahead and you take a second long rest, so any the like spell that you expended you can get back, and the tarot is back. As you wake up that next morning, you guys have half a day, and you will be in the city. While there, yes.
How do we do the long rest again on this new thing?
It's on the top left or top right of your character.
It looks like a little tent.
The tent.
Oh yeah.
The tent.
Before we long rest, while I'm in bed or in my room, and I think that everybody else has like gone to their little space. Can I reach out to the Sparkly and ask him what he learned about me, but tell him not to tell anybody?
Sure. You reach out, and
But we can reach out to him even if he's not right there, right?
you can. It's a little weird, but I think that with your those less proficient in magic, I think it would be hard for you to reach out to him. But I think since he's in this space, in the tent, he allows himself to sort of like, this is a space where he's not having to like bottle himself up and keep
Like
quiet and silent. He's allowed to like sort of flow out a little bit more openly. So you're able to connect to him. He responds and says, yes, I was able to do the same thing for Kenji. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do that for you. Cosmic magic is rare. It seems as though there is some connection between you and something else that's hovering about nearby. I feel traces of something at the edge of our periphery that has been keeping its distance for one reason or another. It seems to not be able to find you necessarily, but is being repelled in some way. But it's looking. There is a want there. I don't know what it is what the want is, but it's very persistent. It's been following for a time, and I imagine it's been following from long before you and I knew of one another. There are interesting uses for magic such as yours. And I would word caution in general when it comes to for whom and why that magic is. That's all.
Can I show him a picture of the Rex and Trim dude? Like in my head?
Yeah.
Of what that, because
Sort
I've
of.
seen him, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. You mentally sort of push that image towards him.
And ask him
pause.
if this is who he's talking about that's been searching, or if he means someone totally different. That's like not here in this plane. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, is it someone here in the world, or is it someone somewhere else?
I mean, this man is familiar for sure. His magic is persistent. And I felt it from time to time while we've been wandering. But no, this is something else. Something stranger. Something I don't know anything about.
When you say it's being repelled, what is it being repelled by?
It's hard to tell. I'm not doing it. And I'm not sure who or what is repelling it, but something or some.
Can I show him the three sisters and ask him if it's them?
I'm familiar with the three, but I don't think Flora, Fauna, or Merryweather, or all three of them together in their coven, are strong enough to repel something like this. Perhaps it's a coincidence that it's just unable to find you, but
Am
I
I
don't know.
repelling it?
Not that I'm aware of. Do you have some magic that you've cast upon yourself to prevent you from being found?
I don't know, have I? Oh, wait. Kind of. Maybe a little bit.
It doesn't sound very convincing.
And I'll tell him about the super secret thing.
I mean, it certainly prevents some things, but I don't know if that would prevent less. Maybe.
That's the only thing I know of that, like, is in any capacity shielding me in any way.
I'd have to look into this, but I have also been informed that it's not polite to look into things unless I'm given permission. Would it be okay if I looked into this?
I think probably.
Set the standard. Say no.
No.
Set a boundary.
Yes, set a boundary that you yourself laid out.
I think if you're going to look into it, that's fine. But I don't. Here's the thing. When it comes to personal things, in general, I like to be the one to tell people the things about myself. And this is the thing I don't know about myself. So if I don't know the thing, I can't really explain the thing when people have questions. So I would rather no one know that this is something we're looking into, and you just kind of keep me updated, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. I will only report this information to you as I find it, and it is up to you whether or not it gets shared to anyone else.
That seems fair. I will probably think if testing some stuff would be dangerous, but for now we're not going to test anything and we're just going to see what happens.
Sure. No testing. Only observation of what is already happening on its own, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else I can help with? Anyone I need to give an aneurysm halfway across the world?
I still think that was super wrong. It shouldn't happen.
Do it. Name someone.
I
think
apologize.
it's wrong.
I thought that I was helping.
Can you kill Jeff?
Kill Jeff.
Yo, let's fucking go.
No, I can
certainly
lose. That's how we lose the sparkling guys.
No,
Wait a minute.
I can certainly try.
No. I think that the difference between myself and Varnex is very stark, if you have not noticed. He has no qualms or issues with harming or killing or murdering, whereas I try very hard not to do those things. Because I don't think that is right to do unless it is in a self-defense, I'm gonna die if I don't do something situation. So just blatantly killing someone that you have never met halfway around the world just because someone you know told you to, I don't think is right. Because you
Okay.
don't know if that person is good or bad. And the reason Varnex wants to do these things are his own thing, but that doesn't mean that you should be pulled into it, in my opinion. And
Okay.
using you to do so, I think, is wrong when you are new to this world and don't entirely know the capacities of what you're capable of on your own, and finding out in that way does not seem fair.
A bit confused by the way that this works. I was under the assumption that helping was good. And is it not self-defense if the Blue Dragonborn was also informed or instructed by its goddess to kill Varnax? If Varnax did not strike first, then surely the Blue Dragonborn would have. It is a form of self-defense, is it not?
They say the best defense is a good offense.
I just don't view the world in that same way. So no, I just don't think that it was okay. I don't think that going around killing people just for the sake of killing them is okay, period. Like, I have made
It's the
very
best way to do it.
clear to Varnex that I am not going to help him in any capacity with this. And
Some
I
of
think
them.
that that's okay.
I understand where you're coming from, I believe. It's just some of the most holy and righteous people on this planet kill people because a god tells them to all the time. And additionally, I mean, one of the people that Varnax has been trying to go after is this Dragonborn, the one that is the leader of a group of slavers. Undeniably evil, in my opinion. And would that not be good to get rid of them? To help people?
Let the sparkling cook.
Sparkling woke AF.
And that is where I think the difference is that we know that this person is absolutely causing harm to multiple people all over the place, but we do not know if the other dragon was causing any kind of harm in any capacity.
Doesn't matter.
He was in a monastery on the top of a mountain and had maybe 20 people with him. What were those 20 people doing? Were they like feeding the homeless? Were they like, what were they doing?
From
We
my
don't know.
From my observation,
Wait a
they
minute.
were training and they all worship Tiamat.
Yeah,
assume
evil.
I
So
assume
your
Let
argument is invalid.
Let the sparkling cook. This is a conversation between them. You're not here. Let him
I know.
cook, dude. He's cooking, dude.
I assume that the fact that the Blue Dragonborn intends to kill Varnax and the White and the Green and the Red, those are 4 lives that he intends to take. I'm curious the line between taking those 4 lives versus taking the lives that White has taken. I'm unsure. I suppose I'll have to consider this.
That's where I stand. I don't think it's right. That's all. I don't think that what the White Dragon's doing is okay either. And I think putting a stop to him in some capacity is fine, but I don't think that the answer should be death. I think the answer
So hear me out here.
Mhm.
We know Jeff is evil, and Jeff has harmed us. Let's just take out Jeff.
No, we're gonna lose this motherfucker, dude. We can't do that.
We will lose the sparkling if if it tries to kill Jeff.
This motherfucker's gonna reach through space and time and just rip sparkling away from us. Don't do that.
And then we all get separated and die.
Don't worry, we'll fuck up Jeff altogether, dude. We're gonna burn us to the ground.
Burn it to the ground.
I appreciate the fear that Jeff has instilled.
Yeah, no,
It's
we're
not
not following
even
with that
from
shit.
this campaign either. It's from the last one.
I don't even know, but like just from like ripping Kenji out of time and being like, I don't quite know where he is, but like I could try, and then bring him back. It's like a little. That's scary. That's scary to me.
We're not playing this fucking game, dude.
Yes. If
You don't need
only,
Kenji to spend another 3 years by himself.
if only
Another world.
Killian had taken the time to listen to what I had learned as well. Oh well. Time for bed.
You know what? We were cool. Now we're not cool.
You're not there, so you don't hear it.
Nope.
Yo, Sparkling is cooking the fuck
Hey.
out of this conversation.
If you wanna fight the Sparkling too, Killian, fucking have at it.
I'm already convinced that
Yeah.
Sparkling is the final boss of this campaign. If we ever get there, you know, that's like where I'm at.
Of course not.
It's an egg. It's an egg for like an eldritch god.
Not.
But
It's gonna be
ignore
Calcifer.
the obvious Chekhov's gun. It's not here. Don't worry about it.
Nah, it's gonna be Calcifer, because Calcifer's just a little flame friend.
He's gonna be our greatest ally.
I'm gonna.
What are you talking about? He's gonna
snuff the-
sacrifice himself for us.
I'm gonna snuff the life out of Calcifer before it even becomes a problem.
Please don't.
No, thank you.
Calcifer versus Sparkling. Let's go.
I want to build little trains that he can run around in.
That is. The Sparkling versus Calcifer is such a one-sided fight. It's not even fun.
For
It is-
now!
But
It
only for
is-
now.
So horrifically one-sided. It would be.
Literally like this.
Yeah.
He's dead.
We're talking someone whose greatest weakness is a cup of water versus someone who sniped someone from halfway across the globe. Because, and I did send this to Fragan because he called it, the Sparkling did in fact roll a natural 20, and it's the only reason why he did damage to blue.
Gold, dude. I got a sense for these things. My ears, they just rang.
I had a
It's
feeling.
the lack of poker face that I had that really sold it too.
Yeah.
At any rate, you all get yourselves a long rest. You wake up in the morning. You have about half a day's journey before you hit Shady Creek Run.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before I just want to say like during just before the long rest, exactly. Like we can have it completed and we can start it right there. Yotev would have tried to go and have a conversation with Elizabeth. Don't know if she's willing to answer a knock on her door from him, but you know.
Yeah, for sure. This is the night before, right?
Yes.
Okay. As you knock, the door itself opens. You see that she is currently at the forge working. She has stayed up multiple nights, or multiple at night for multiple hours, working. She seems to have thrown herself into sort of a work area, but where you do a lot of your tinkering and your work on armor in a manner of intelligence-based planning and drawing up blueprints and schematics. Her magic and her work is very religiously oriented. This is about her will. This is about the will of the gods. This is about a spiritual connection to the forge in the art of creation. I'll let you know. There are two things at play here. The first is a channel divinity option gifted to the forge clerics called Artisan's Blessing. Using a channel divinity to conduct an hour-long ritual, it can craft a non-magical item that must include some metal or a simple or material weapon It could be a simple or material weapon, a suit of armor, 10 pieces of ammunition, a set of tools, another metal object.
Okay.
It cannot be worth more than 10 gold. She can do that twice a day. Additionally, spell-wise, she has a single use of a 4th level spell. And she has, as a automatic cleric spell every day, she can cast, for Forge Domain spell, Fabricate. Taking raw materials can produce an object of that same material. Fabricate can create a large or smaller object contained within a 10-foot cube, or 8 connected 5-foot cubes, given sufficient quantity of raw materials. If you're working with metal, stone, or another material substance, however, it can only be a single 5-foot cube. So, with that, there is a large amount of casting that has been done to create materials and create objects here. There is, as a result of this, it is like fast tracking the process of material creation. And you see that she, as a part of this crafting, has taken the time to really hunker down and create. There are a number of different things that are half-done projects, and she can only make non-magical material things, but once you create the non-magical components, if you're capable of adding magical component to it, all the base is done, you just need to craft. And so you see she's in the process of fixing up some final odd-looking machinery. As you enter, she's got her back to the door towards you. She's finishing up the last bit of a channel divinity, and as it solidifies in front of you, sort of sweat going down the brow as the heat of the forge and the effort of the channel divinity. She turns around, looks at you in your direction, looks you up and down, goes back to her work, says, "Yes, how can I help?"
No, I wanted to check in. We are getting pretty close. I can see you've been very hard at work and you haven't had much time to really talk about anything. And I wanted to check in to see how you're doing.
She takes a moment and then puts down the device that she's working on, turns around towards you and says, "In what way?" "In the way that I am about to potentially go to a battle? The way that my children have been taken from me? Or in the way that in this entire time I've been trying to come up with a reason as to why any of this is happening to me that isn't the person that I am being effectively forced to put my faith in for this to go well? In which way are you referring?"
Well, all of the above, really. I don't know. I kind of came in here because you're the only one that can relate to how truly terrifying this is right now for me and for obviously for you. And I really just wanted to... I'm scared. I'm very scared about whatever could happen.
I suppose going down the list then, as far as the battle, I am angry enough to where the fear of myself being hurt doesn't quite matter, because at the end of the day, I'm not the one I'm afraid of getting hurt. As for my kids being taken, I'm miserable. I hardly sleep at night. When I do, I have horrible, horrible nightmares, and the entire time I'm torn between using my magic to talk to my children or using my magic to continue working on something that could save their lives. And any time that I choose to talk to them, I feel like I'm letting them down by not working. And any time I choose to work, I feel like I'm letting them down by leaving them in the dark. So it's nothing but endless torment. As for the last one, I keep thinking to myself what the right thing to do would be. There is a universe where we walk in, and I tell them that here's your man, take him, and leave me and my children be, and I walk out, and that's that. But I'm not naive enough to believe that they would follow through with any of their promises. So that one's left to mostly just dream. How are you doing?
You hit the nail on the coffin right there. It really is all the same. I am afraid that they'll be hurt, they'll be killed, or you'll be hurt, or you'll be killed. I'm trying to find a way to make something happen that I don't know if I can make happen. And there hasn't been a thing called rest since I arrived in Hupperduke. All of this is a lot more than I could have ever imagined, and I know that I can confide in you because you feel the same way. I know that I've, in the past, never been able to open up as easily, and this is not easy. But I want to make steps in the right direction to make sure that you and the kids will be safe and that you walk out of there unharmed and with your lives. That is the only thing I am able to pray for. But I know I don't have any strong connections to any deity myself. I know that faith in myself is ill-placed. I made this mess, and chances are I will make this worse. But I don't want to. And I don't know how not to.
I had answer to give you, I'm sure that this would be easier conversation. Don't you I don't think either of us are going to be able to find out what it is that we are going to be able to do till find out all the pieces at play. Right now we're playing chess, but we can only see half the board. If I remember correctly, this whole thing could be settled with just your friend. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle that on his own. So, I'm working to make sure that he doesn't have to. In a way that just might get us out of a sticky situation without seeming like cheating. Then again, I don't know what the rules are going to be. Again, only half a board.
The half is
Till then.
very generous right there. But I understand. I don't know.
Till then, if you want to make this better, you truly think that there's something that you want to be able to do, don't have faith in God. That's not needed, right? Faith in yourself, be nice. But if you can't muster that, have faith in me. Pick up those tongs.
Yotev will reach for the tongs and look at her and say, I've never lost faith in you.
Kind of stands there for a moment, hearing you but not verbally acknowledging anything. After a moment, she just nods and says, grab that piece there, rotate it 90 degrees. I need to start hammering away. I need you to hold that still. And the two of you begin to work. She puts you to work in the forge. Here is what I will offer.
Sure.
Either you can roll, and this does not have to be like I want her to roll because this is her thing. I'm asking this mostly as the player, have it be in your hands as to how this goes out, right? So either you can roll with advantage as she helps you. I can roll with advantage as you help her, or we could both roll individually.
We're rolling a tools check, I'm assuming.
Correct. Of which, I don't know how to.
I forget what I have on this.
I will say yours is going to be higher.
Yeah.
And so if you're going just straight for a numerical advantage, I would take the advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for sure I'm going to take the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, I'm going to use a flash of genius.
Okay.
As well.
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is a 19.
Okay, so you should have a plus 10 to this.
Yes.
So go ahead and you can make a. I don't know why that it automatically sets it to a thing, because it wants to make it you do it with a dexterity for some reason, as opposed to something else. But this will be a Smith's Tools check with your intelligence. So that is 6 plus 4 for a total of 10. You have advantage.
Okay. Ability modifier, intelligence, at advantage. 16.
Brutal.
And then
Brutal.
yeah, that's crazy,
Jesus.
isn't it?
Yeah, 3 to 6 is brutal.
Adding a
And
flash of
what's Flash of
genius.
Genius?
Looking at the description again. Give me just a moment. It is a bit. It's like not hovering and showing over there. Class features. Flash of Genius. When you are another creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an ability check or saving throw, you can use a reaction to add a +4 to the roll. You can use this feature 4 times, regaining a uses on a finishing long rest.
Okay. So that turns into a dirty 20.
Yes.
Dang. As you two work, there is a massive leap in the progress of what she's building, and it is intricate. The things that she's put together, you can see that she has, over the course of this trip, come up with some odd idea of how to potentially level a playing field that is quite interesting, to say the least. As you two work together, there is a strange new sort of light that you begin to see her in that she doesn't have the raw intelligence that you have. You are by far smarter than her, but she has a unique creativity that has caused a interesting breakthrough in certain areas that I don't think you would have thought of on your own. Oftentimes, when you are the smartest person in the room, when you come up with the most obvious way to get from point A to point B, at least the most obvious to you, their blinders go up towards other things, and sometimes that's because the other stuff is just simply too hard to understand. Other times it's because when someone pitches something to you, you immediately see flaws in it and you decide it's not worth trying. You just shoot it down. And in those instances, there is one thing that can supersede shooting something down when you initially hear it before giving it its proper due, and that is if you respect the person that it comes from. And so as she works and she gives ideas on what to do, how to solve certain issues that she's seeing, how to get around things, there are moments where there's a swelling of, I don't think that's the right idea, I think that's wrong. But out of respect, understanding that she is a capable individual in her own regard, Yotev, you allow her to make that choice. While there are issues that you did notice and you're able to point out later and resolve or curb some of those problems, there are issues that you would have run into that she completely circumnavigates in a way that's simple but brilliant, and it's a very eye-opening night for you, Yotev, as this happened.
Mm-hmm.
The end of probably an hour and a half to 2 hours of work, she puts down the tools that she's working with, takes a step back and looks at it and goes, it's not quite done. There's a lot of work left to do, but I'll have to pick that up in the morning. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm more than happy to help. If you need help finishing any of these.
She It's like packing up tools and putting them in their places and all of that. She's just sort of says, "Let you know if I need more help for sure."
I'm glad we were able to have this talk. And to be able to work together again.
I am too. I'm sorry for being as blunt as I was before.
It's tough, but understandable. It's been very hard. We can do this. I think we can.
You're right.
Good night, Liz.
Right, Yotev.
And Yotev leaves. To go back.
As you open
to
the
his-
door and begin to leave, she does call over her shoulder and says, "And Yotev,
Yes.
if you listened half as well during our marriage, maybe things wouldn't have been so bad." Turns off the light before you even close the door.
He's not gonna say anything,
Smart man.
but he's like, that hurts. But he's like, that hurts, and he smirks and leaves.
With that, you get your long rest, so the flash of genius is back.
Yes. Yeah. This is my last one anyway for the previous one. So.
Perfect. You wake up that next morning. You have your 4 hours. You begin to set off. Who is on the outside of the tent today?
I would be.
Yep, Killian.
I'll be out there. I'll be drinking a
You are
coffee.
next.
Coffee.
Yotev would be out there.
Yotev.
Is it
Yeah.
gonna be everybody then?
I mean, I'm on one of the horses, so.
I think I always
Aiden.
travel with Barnex.
I do want to
like
try
it's
to
everybody.
work on training with my.
If everybody, then the tent isn't up.
Well, so it'd be everybody but Lisbeth. Lisbeth
Liz.
would elect to be inside, continuing to work, unless
Yeah.
the tent being up for only her is seen as pointless.
No. It's fine. She can keep working.
I would put it uptown because
Okay.
if none of us are using it, I would think it was weird for her to be in there by herself. Not that she needs to be supervised, but I don't know her well enough, and it is my thing. So I would lower it and just have her ride in the cart or whatever, and put
Yo.
the tent like
Power
right
move.
there.
Respectable power
Before
move.
we shove off, I
And
want
we
to.
take Calcifer
Stand
out
open.
for the record.
Yes, Calcifer's not in the void.
We don't leave Calcifer in it.
I pour
Sure.
a cup of water on Calcifer.
No.
No.
All right,
No.
I'll make a deck save. Oh,
No.
We do not. have
Oh,
Calcifer.
shit!
succeeds.
Motherfucker's dexterous.
He's
Yeah.
swift.
Yeah. There's like a
That's just what we
flash of steam as you see him crawling up the side of the bowl that he's been put in. And it does, in fact, survive this ruthless and brutal attack.
How big is he? He's small like real Calcifer, right?
There will be there might be
at
weekly
this
tests,
point-
Calcifer.
He's like the size of a grapefruit.
Yeah.
Perfect. Can I keep Calcifer and have him fly around with me on the Pegasus?
He's not
Uh,
burn you.
experience.
He's actively
Sure.
hot, is he? Not.
so
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Okay. Is there a way?
no.
we're
Do
amending
not-
this.
No, do what you're gonna do, Snooky. Do it.
No, because I don't want to hurt the Pegasus and I don't want to hurt myself.
Oh no. I wanted to pick up fire and now I don't want to get burned.
No, I don't.
What was the roll gonna be? Snooky, how much damage? How much damage does a grapefruit of fire do?
Insta dead.
Pegasus goes boof.
Is there a way to hang, like, if he's the size of a grapefruit?
Well, he's in a pot still,
Right,
right?
he's in a pot. Can I, like,
The pot is hot.
well, sure,
I'm just-
but, like,
She's got gloves
part of
on.
it is fire resistant. I mean, like, heat resistant and crap. Can I, I'm trying to think of what would be, like, reasonable for me to have, because I can't take anything out of the tent that has magically appeared in the tent. Right. Does he make the pot hot? I know that seems like a weird question, but there are metals that don't get hot. Like if you put it inside like a stone.
The real
pot
question
won't
is,
Yeah,
get
so if
hot.
it's if
Do
you have
the-
like a ceramic thing, kind of like a crock pot or something, then that would be you'd be able to carry him in that. But in my head, the pot he's in is like cast iron.
yeah.
So it's designed to heat up.
That is very hot.
I guess the question I have is then, does it have like wood holding handles?
Yeah.
Like on it? Yeah. So you could hold it from the wood holding handles
You
and
just
the
have to
wood.
hold it the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Because you
Show 'em how
can't
much
rest it on the Pegasus's back without burning the Pegasus.
Yeah. Show him how much you care. Carry him all day.
What happens if you put, like, real question? What happens if you put something hot on, like, the saddle of the Pegasus?
The leather would probably warp and begin to melt.
But how long would it take it to, like, that be an issue?
Probably say like more than 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Like it's not gonna burn immediately, but it over time, like that continuous heat's just gonna begin to warp it.
Is
No,
there
Peg-
something that exists within the D&D world that's the same as, like, a hot pad? Do you know
That
what
we
I'm
would
talking
have on us?
Yeah,
I feel like there's got to be some kind of thing that I put underneath the, like, a piece of stone should do it. That's like a round
Yeah.
piece of stone, right?
Um,
Because if it's on top of a piece of stone, it's fine.
But you're gonna put that piece of stone on a Pegasus?
Yeah.
it's. I have no clue. I'll be honest. I don't know.
You open it like a bed and breakfast. You got like a table on
Would
your
it
Pegasus.
be reasonable to say that I would have something that could sit on that isn't gonna burn? Like if we have the cookware, is it reasonable to say we have whatever it would sit on that doesn't burn underneath? Because I feel like that the answer should be yes, whatever the heck that thing is, whether it's like a piece of stone slab thing or something, I don't know.
I mean, for the sake of not taking too long to figure out how this will work, then yeah, sure.
Great. Then my solution is to be small on the Pegasus and put that on the saddle and like kind of strap it down so that it doesn't move, and set the pot there with like the handles looped through too, so that, like, it's all secure, so he can fly and I'll just be tiny on top of the Pegasus. So that we can fly together, but we don't hurt the Pegasus and we don't hurt me. So that he can experience flying.
I have a question. With it being the size of a grapefruit, what is the winds like today? All of this planning for naught if they're 20-kilometer winds. This motherfucker's going out like a candle.
No.
Give me.
He's inside the pot.
I'd like. It doesn't. Dude, that creates a vortex of wind.
Not if there's a lid on it.
Let
Well,
him
then you-
fly.
Then you snuff him out. Yo, I would like to roll for 40-kilometer winds.
Dragon. Want me to let you in on a little secret? There are so many other reasons why this would not work. So many. Countless, even. I, honestly, if I began to try to count them all, it would take us until the end of the session on why this would not work. I am willing to pass over all of them. All of them. Like, how are you going to tie it down? In what way do you tie this down that's not going to make it immediately fall? How?
True.
Also,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you wrap it around the belly of the horse, it's just going to hurt the horse. And the horse isn't going to fuck with that. I don't care if it's sentient. I don't care if it thinks you're its buddy. It's not down for that shit. You know what I mean? So, listen, there's so many reasons why this should not work. There's so many reasons. But I'm willing to just let it happen if it means that the last 30 minutes of this session is us continuing on to goddamn Shady Creek. So,
Yes, please.
yeah, if you're willing to overlook the 20-kilometer winds, which, by the way, no fucking idea what a kilometer is. Keep it back.
20,
Keep it
yeah, sorry. 40 mile wins. 40 mile.
There you go.
Yeah,
I don't know the conversion. I just simply don't. But if you're willing to overlook that, I'm willing to overlook everything else, and we just call it a goddamn day, all right?
All right, so just for
That go-
reference, in the future,
That go with you, buddy?
a kilometer is 0.6 miles. So if you want to do
Cool.
calculations, yeah, you got it now.
I will not remember that
It's unfortunate.
Or even care.
You know what?
or care. Great point.
I don't know.
Wonderful
I don't
point,
know.
Evan.
I don't know. It's really hard to pass up on this. Like honestly, if we're not going to be willing to just like
Huh?
kind of work.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's go through all the reasons as to why this won't work. And this will be the rest of our session. As we
I
just
just-
recount
All right,
all the
I'll go to bed
things.
now then.
Yep. All right. Good night. I'll see you next week.
Good
maybe.
night.
I'll see you in 42
Next
days.
week, maybe.
See you in 42 days.
All right, so
No.
we made it to Shady Creek Run. After
Cool.
after surviving
So,
the 20
so kind
kilometer
of you to
wings.
let that happen.
Yeah.
So kind of you to let that happen. All right.
I pinned on our
Um,
chat that a kilometer is 0.6 miles per hour.
Yeah, I gotta.
So that we have it for
I
reference.
am a benevolent god.
Sure. Even better. You know what? The fucking. No, we're not gonna get into this. It's fine. So
The bot just became ceramic. It's
Man, my
killing me.
name's Snooky. I want to pass on by, but you know what? Oh wait, I'll never mind.
So we're all traveling.
So how about that Shady Creek Run?
I wish I had the ability to mute them.
earlier this session, I gave a man who was doing just his own goddamn business a stroke. Don't make me repeat that. Don't make me make this a heart catapult situation where I
Yo.
turn that shit back on you guys.
You already said no, but you know what? Roll for that, because I guarantee you're
I'm
not
not
getting a fucking
saying-
nat 20.
I'm not saying, sir, that I'm catapulting your heart. I'm saying I'm using that as a reference. I already said yes to giving a man a stroke halfway across the continent, halfway across the world, even. All right?
I'm good
Yeah.
with it. I
And you know what?
appreciate it.
I'm
I don't know-
saying
I-
don't
I don't
make
why
me
we-
turn that back on you if you're gonna keep sassing me.
All I'm saying is if you wanna hemorrhage someone's fucking brain halfway across the world, why can't I catapult a heart out of someone's chest? That's all I want to know.
Because
he's
sparkling
living
is sparkling and you're you.
I need a way to learn. I need a way to learn catapult, guys. That's it.
Ted, yes, please.
The rest of the
For love of
campaign.
God, what can I help you with? Ryan, my boy that has not ruined this so far.
Do it.
I have two
How can I help you?
questions.
Oh
So would
shit.
that
Yes, I would love to answer
Everybody
your
else has
questions.
ruined it
Um,
for Ryan.
One, how does a doll have a stroke? Two, can we go to Shady Creek Run?
Hey, I will.
That hasn't said
My
a word
boy.
yet.
My- What are you gonna
So
pull out?
my more
We don't
important
play
question
for
is, how do we
42
get to
days.
Shady Creek Run?
Yeah. So how about that Shady Creek Run there, bro?
We just divulge into. It's a shit show now.
As Kenji comes out of a fucking vivid dream about fucking 40-mile winds just fucking destroying the fucking flame, I now see on the horizon Shady Creek Run. Tell me about it. I love you, Snooki.
Steph.
It hurts so much more when he says it after he's fucked with me.
Why is that it doesn't matter. Okay.
It's everyone's voice.
So, as you make your way to Shady Creek Run, having arrived after 4 grueling hours of 100-mile-an-hour winds and incredibly violent rain that should kill any flame in a 1,000-yard radius, there is a brief moment where a undead half-orc is going to try to train a horse so that I don't overlook this man again for your stupid shenanigans. Steph, please, roll me an animal handling check.
Roll well, my son.
Dirty 20.
Fuck yeah!
Goddamn.
Oh, he gets applause
So-
for a dirty 20. I see how it is.
Yay.
When I finally get one.
He didn't have a plus 14 to his roll.
That's really sad that it took 14 for you to get a goddamn 20.
I'm
get
just
a
saying.
16.
At advantage, you got a 3 and a 6.
I'm
Please.
just saying.
Like I said,
We
when it
know the
happened,
context.
brutal.
We know the context
Yeah,
of
it
that.
has to do with your family. Yeah.
It has to do with my family.
Oh my god.
Not a lot of nice things.
So, with a whistle, it was to stay and to come to you, right?
Yes.
So, with a whistle, you can have Eden stay where he's at, or use his movement to come and get like next to you. Do you want him to be like ready for you to jump on so you can ride, or just come to you to like be out of the way?
Come to me as in, yeah, just close enough that I can bounce him if I choose to.
Okay, perfect. Easy enough. I take some coaxing, but after yesterday of showing that like you're not gonna give the treat every time unless you do what you're supposed to do, he starts actually listening, and eventually you sort of stop introducing that sugar cube or whatever it is that you're using, and he comes over. And the first time he's a little like, you tricked me about it, but eventually he just sort of like gets into the groove of doing it and listening, and kind of starts to follow along and go with whatever you're saying and how you're instructing him to work. And at the end of it all, at this point, you can instruct the horse on how he's gonna move in combat, whether to stay or come to you.
Excellent.
So,
Can it?
as you approach,
Can I?
What?
Can I
Please.
just? Can I?
You're
just
done.
ask- can
You're
I ask-
done.
No. No, I see him training the horse. And I just wanted to add one thing. I just wanted to hollow over. I'd be like, "That's really well done. That's really well done, Killian. Do you think that maybe like next time we could train him to maybe like sing or dance?"
I'm gonna punch Genji in the face.
hey, please do.
Are you raging?
I'm not raging. I'm not that nervous.
Stop doing
That
stop
is-
doing this for clout points.
Unarmed strike, so 15 to hit.
I don't think he hits, does he? I don't even know my own fucking AC.
You should know your AC, bro.
I don't know my fucking AC, dude.
Because it's been 42 days.
Oh hell no, dude! You don't even hit. You don't even come close.
Extra attack.
It's a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
It's a natural 19.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
He
Wait,
takes
does
6
that hit?
damage.
Are you not proficient with
Yes.
fisticuffs?
What's a natural 19 plus, what's your
8.
strength?
Plus 8.
8? Damn.
You know what? I'll hit him back. Fucking
Here
natural
comes
19,
the PvP.
bitch. For fucking 28. Does that hit?
That hits.
Take 12 damage.
Why is it 12? For your
What did you-
physical?
6 plus 6.
Because he's a monk.
He's a monk.
It's a D6 plus 6.
You're just so low in your chair.
I appreciate where you're coming from, but I really think that the name Eden rings true, and it could potentially sing a really catchy song in names, is where I was trying to come from. Do we jostle now as friends? Is that what we do?
Guys, we might be getting into combat soon. So like,
I took 6 damage.
I know, but I'm just saying, both of y'all.
I
wasn't
thought
here,
I thought we were being friends. We were playing around. So Shady Creek Run.
What about it, man?
I heard it was coming up, dude. I heard it was really beautiful this time of year.
It might as well not have even prepped it this session. I'm so glad I spent that time today.
For you, bro.
Y'all make your way to Shady Creek Run, having to pass through the valley between two mountain ranges, two separate aspects of the Dunrock Mountain. They are sort of separated by a small valley that, as you approach, has a large stone wall with what appears to be a rectangular gate. A large what is that called? Palisade? Is that no? That's not a palisade. It's a
Escarpment?
portcullis.
Mm.
It's a large portcullis that has been lowered. From your conversations with a certain frantic mercenary, you know that the people in charge of who enters and leaves Shady Creek Run is the Utalot. And standing at this gate are a number of guards, none of which seem to have a standardized uniform, as you are, as of probably 30 minutes ago, on your walk/trot/flight. You passed out of, for the first time in the campaign, you have left the Dwendalian Empire.
We did it.
As you almost didn't. As you approach, you are no longer in an area where you're going to see the Crown's Guard keeping the peace. There are now only people under the employ of specific families, specific places, that will be keeping the peace for their own interests. As you approach, the individuals there stop your cart before you progress. March, have two sort of on each side, marching down the side, checking out your stuff. And one in front sort of approaches. Who's taking the lead here?
If Varnex is going to, I do not want to take the lead. I feel like I'm very vulnerable right now. For no specific reason.
Yeah, I probably ought to ride through first.
Okay. As he, as you, there are 5 individuals that are here right now, sort of watching. There's 2 more up on the wall. 2 go around the right side, 2 go around the left, and they seem to be walking down the sides of your caravan, looking at the people, checking out your belongings, making sure you're not smuggling anything you're not supposed to be. The one in front approaches you and says, "Business for entering Shady Creek."
Oh, we just have business in town.
With whom?
The White Claws. We were requested to come.
White Claws.
Ivory.
And whatever, who the fuck they are.
Sort of, he has a like paper and clipboard where he's writing some stuff down. He goes, and Name for your company?
Nunya.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Doesn't flinch.
The name of our company is Nunya.
Is it now?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Fortunately, that's on the list of banned companies. So we're gonna have to ask you to turn around. It's either that,
Scratch your neck.
or you can give me your actual caravan name.
Pull
What
my
if we don't have a name? We're just a
coffee
group of people.
out.
Vibing.
Look,
Traveling.
we're just adventurers. We were requested to come here, so we're not a company. I'm not sure what you want. Travelers
Right.
can't just come into the city.
I can. But if you're not a company, only name of the travelers. Starting with yours.
Oh boy.
Uh,
The company would have
Anaka.
been so much easier.
Roll a deception check, please.
Deception?
Mhm.
What do I get for deception?
Oh, naughty no.
15.
15. He sort of stares at you hard for a moment before going. Spelled.
Eanaka.
Goes on to the next person. Completely walks past you, Kenji, not looking at you, assuming that you're inanimate. Goes off to Yotef. Name.
Sinden.
Roll a deception check.
Pray for me.
Well, it's not your family. Oh,
12.
roll.
You know, it's first of the day. I'm gonna add +4. Flash of Genius.
He looks at you for a moment. You seem a little bit more trustworthy than the last guy, not by much. A little bit. Writes down Sinden. Spelled.
Sindon.
Goes over to the next, which is probably going to be Aiden. Name.
Aiden.
Spelled.
A-I-D-A.
Goes on to the next person of
That group
Cassandra.
didn't pick up.
Name.
Michael, what was my name that I put for the drunk bar thing? That name. I don't remember. Out of character.
I think you wrote your name.
I'm pretty sure you
You put
It
your
was that-
name
it
on
was
the
actually-
wall.
Yeah, you literally printed your
Before-
name on the wall.
Your sign up name.
Hold on. Before, yeah, what was my sign up name that I had before that? 'Cause I
Quickly,
had
Michael.
fake-
No pressure.
Whatever Michael says my fake name was that was not Celestar.
Roll a deception check.
Pauline.
If that wasn't Celestari,
That's funny.
That's really funny. Yeah, apparently that's what I'm playing. Yeah. I got a 16 plus what'd you say, deception?
Mhm.
I'm not proficient in deception, so +4, which is
30-20. So
yeah,
he'll ask for you to spell, and you'll
Whatever.
spell it out because
whatever that one.
we know what the name is.
So
And
sorry.
it goes up to you last, Killian. It goes name.
Jeff.
Oh,
Roll a deception check.
oh, with advantage, right? Surely.
No.
It's a motherfucking house.
I'll
That's
use-
his-
Hey, Ryan, did I give you advantage?
No.
Hey, Eden. Oh yeah, did I give you advantage?
Oh, the
No.
horse? Did you get the horse advantage?
What about you, Michael? Advantage?
I didn't have to roll, I didn't lie.
Oh, that's right. See, I'm confused. No one got advantage. Where are you getting this advantage from, Fragan?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm an
No.
inanimate object.
Yeah, of course. I apologize. What did Killian get?
I rolled a 10, but I'm going to use Fortune's Grace to re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh, God. Do I have to take the next roll?
Oh.
Is it
no.
worse?
It is worse. I am going to use Knowledge from a Past
Yep, burn it all.
for 1. So I've got 11 plus Deception,
Mhm.
2, so 13.
He pauses on you for a bit.
It's with 3 Fs.
3 Fs.
It's
That's
unbelievable.
crazy.
Yeah.
I would just like to shout from the top of my horse in the air, be like, I still think it's stupid that you spell it that way.
Are you calling my parents stupid?
Absolutely.
She's mean. Can you arrest her?
I'm trying to help you.
She's helping by hurting my feelings.
He kind of
Fuck you two. It's like your brother or
Can that
sister.
give me
or something.
advantage playing that out?
you know what? Go for it.
Okay.
Oh! Oh!
Hey, natural 19.
There you go. So 19 plus 1 plus 2, so 22.
Let me see.
With the two of you bickering, he just sort of shakes his head and writes, how's the first part of it spelled?
It's G-E-O.
Geoff.
F. Yeah.
It was 4 Fs. Did you have 3 Fs?
No,
or
no.
4 Fs?
Let's go,
No,
Joff.
You go F, and then there's another F,
God damn.
The
Got it.
F is
and then
silent.
there's another F.
Got it.
So many.
So
Yeah.
don't forget the first F though. There's
Yeah.
the first F.
I didn't forget the first F. Trust me.
You know what? What is your name?
Caleb.
Oh,
Kind of
dude.
Tilts his head towards you, goes, I'm sorry?
I mean, like, you know, you work hard all day. I just figured it'd be nice to just know your name too.
Wingram.
And that's better than Jeff. I'll tell you that.
You, stay here long. I'd be lucky if you don't have to hear that name again.
That's
Don't
cool. I
want you
mean,
all.
don't have to
So
not
he's,
spell Jeff again.
hang on. He's on foot, correct?
Mhm.
And I'm riding a fucking axe beak, looking like I'm
Yeah.
looking, and he's gonna try to intimidate us.
He has something that y'all don't, which is an entire family of goons that if he does get hurt or attacked or whatever,
It's a
I'm just
numbers
saying.
game, bro.
yeah,
I'll just glare at him. I'm not, and just in an intimidating way, just glare at him.
sure.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Hmm.
I'm gonna manifest my echo to stand behind me and say, yeah, hopefully we don't have to speak again.
You
Do you want me to
manifest
do
the
an
echo.
intimidation on
He
him?
cocks an eyebrow at it, looks back at you, and goes, "That's cute there. Summon your own little friends. We've got plenty of friends here in the city too.
You want me to
Love
roll
to
an
meet every
intimidation
single
check?
one of them.
'Cause-
Hope that you do." And he sort of taps the page. If you'd like to roll an intimidation, you can.
I just want to see what happens.
Sure.
God damn it.
That's a 17.
17. He it's an interesting thing because there is a level of confidence that comes with having a powerful
Sure.
family behind you. He does seem like he is very wary of you and is like, if there is an altercation with these people, like he does not want to square up with you at all, but he still holds that level of like, I'm the one in charge here because
Sure.
I'm the one with the family. He just sort of, as he goes, finishes up the writing of some of the stuff that you guys have on your person, sort of getting reports from the others, and watches you all as you go. And as you sort of, it's that meme from Umbrella Academy with the two people passing the cars one another. The two of you just sort of stare each other down as you pass. And the moment that you're gone, there's just a deep exhale. But you guys all pass through the city gates. The portcullis is slowly raised. You all begin to trot into the city itself. Because it took goddamn forever. That is where we're gonna have to end off because it is at time.
I'm so sorry, Caleb. Wait,
What a
see,
truly
this-
incredible episode. I would just like to say I missed this.
High five, Step. Got you a
Yeah.
19.
Oh, Step, I just
Appreciate
wanted I just wanted to check. Did you get advantage on that roll?
No, I did an
Yeah,
extra attack.
because someone did something.
Oh, are you talking about that role? Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say
Somebody
the way-
actually ping ponged on me. That was awesome.
that assistance, that help action, I think with a 13 you guys probably would have made it through anyway. However, Killian would have had eyes on him. With that, I think that sort of avoided that potential of like having someone following you to keep up with what you do. So that was very well played.
Nice.
Oh, I do have a question
Yes.
though. Because we didn't leave the tent up, correct?
No,
No.
we
Correct.
did not. It's on map.
Did he ask Liz?
Oh yeah,
She
he
was-
would have. That's a great point. Actually, hold up, we're not in
Why?
session yet.
Why?
We
Dude?
have-
Why?
It is a point of order that is kind of important.
I'll ask this for you specifically, Ryan. Do you think Liz rather, would lie? After seeing all of you, do you think follow through and lie as well?
Well, I assumed that Aiden would have caught on, but he did not. So
Very good at lying.
Neither is she.
Yeah, if she's not good at lying, and they're gonna assume the names and faces are going to be associated with us anyway. I think she would probably be honest about it and say that her name is Lisbeth,
In that case,
or she
no
might just shorten it
roll.
and say Liz. I don't know.
Yeah. No roll needed then. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Not the whole truth, just the truth. Actually,
I took a dead man's name, so it's better than me.
with a lowered DC because it is a half truth instead of a bold-faced lie,
Yeah.
14 is enough.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the lot of you make your way into the city, and we will pick up in the city of Shady Creek next week, maybe, hopefully,
Fingers crossed.
or in a month.
I'll see you guys in 42 days.
Fuck
42
yeah.
days.
Make
See
it
you guys in October.
43. All right, so we go.
Wait, next week's Labor Day, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weekend, yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So
We'll have plans. I don't know what we're doing, so
42 days
Our
it is.
plans have not been determined.
I
So.
no shit. I don't know. I will have to check with the wife. I don't know that we've got anything going on.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out.
Apparently we don't.
My schedule is the same until October, and then it's going to be hard for me to show up for a little while.
I didn't know
Are we
Until
just
November.
Doing,
Are we playing without you for the month of October?
it's
You
kind of
can.
really hard to not play with him since this.
It
is his
depends on
first-
how far we get, I guess,
Well,
in
we can-
this.
We can focus on your stuff for like a minute.
It's
You're
We made-
gonna
it's so
we made it so far.
intertwined
Again.
with the group that has his kids.
It's fine. We'll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end stream and then we'll figure it out. And
Yeah,
then
go for
next
it.
time we're
Yes.
live, we're live. And that's ended.